Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? It is New Year's Eve. It is the day before the new year 2026, and you are spending it with these two handsome gentlemen and myself. It is indeed nearly the new year, guys. This is the last day of 2025, and I'm honored to be spending it with you guys. And for those of you who are ahead of us, maybe it's already in the new year. Happy New Year to you guys. You're spending the first day of the new year, I suppose, with us. For those of you who are on the same sort of time zone as myself and Rich, then it is the last day of 2025. Tell us a little bit about how your 2025's been as well. Let us know in the comments how your 2025's been, how your year's been. Let us know how you guys are doing, and whether you are or whether you are not looking forward to a brand new, fresh 2026. Rich, how are you doing? What's your thoughts? Are you excited?
For 2026, yeah, I'm excited for 2026. For the end of 2025, I'm also excited. I'm hearing myself on your screen, mate.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear myself clearly.
Okay, bear with me. Tell you what, let me move my microphone here. You should be fine now. You shouldn't. I may need to turn my computer volume down. Like I said, just some teething issues with my laptop.
All good. I can still hear myself.
Can you? Okay, interesting. Let me turn my input volume down a little bit. Is that any better? Speak.
Okay, let's see. No, I can still hear myself. I don't know if anybody in chat can hear me twice. But it's very echoey.
How about now?
Let's try. Oh, I can still hear myself a little bit. What did you change, mate? Like, what did you change from yesterday?
Nothing. Literally nothing. Nothing has changed. I'm using my standard microphone. I'm using my standard speakers. Yeah, that's really weird.
It's strange, mate.
Let me try again. How about now?
I don't know, mate. Like, let's. I can hear myself, but it's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world, mate. It's not the end of the world. Where were we?
Let's try that. How about now?
Okay, so dude, it's ever so slight, but it's fine. We can work our way around it. Yeah, we can work our way.
Let us know if you guys in chat are getting feedback as well.
Yeah, please let us know if you're getting some feedback. I'm getting feedback, but that's okay. So the question was 2025 going into 2026. For 2025, I'm happy that the year.
Hang on a minute. Hang on.
Okay, music.
Now go. Usually, once I put the music on, usually I gotta let it play a little bit. Otherwise, it does some weird stuff with your voice.
Oh. Okay. All right, back to the original question. 2025, 2026. Excited for 2026 because there is a bunch of things that I have in store for myself, as well as what we have, you and I, what we have going into 2026. We also have a bunch of stuff that's awesome. And then on top of that, we've got the Fivers, where there's a bunch of stuff that's happening there as well, which I think is going to be freaking awesome going into the new year.
Absolutely.
2025, closing a good year. Some aspects of the year was mediocre, some aspects of the year was great, and some aspects of the year was a little bit poor. So going into 2026, the poor things I want to make them mediocre, the mediocre things I want to make great, and the great things I want to keep great. So that's my plan going into the new year. Trading wise, it was a good year overall, a good end, and then there were like sections during the year that was a little touch and go, but overall it's been good. How has your 2025 been, and what are your hopes going into 2026, mate?
My plans going into 2026 is just to replicate-ish 2025. You know, I've had a great 2025. If I can try and avoid the drawdown that I went through halfway through the year, then I'll be very, very happy. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much just keep consistent, follow my plan, execute my plan. If I can get some higher returns, though, I think, you know, it was a little bit of a break even. So on my other accounts, I'm actually up. I had a fantastic year. I'm up about 4% on one of my other accounts. So I think overall, my yearly P&L behind the scenes has been about 17-ish%, give or take. I think some around those lines. So it's not been an amazing year, but we're up. You know, however, the stream account was break even, so you know, it is what it is. I passed phase 1, I passed phase 2, went into some deep drawdown, and then back into a roundabout break even now. So hopefully, I think like next year, like 2026, is going to be the year of me properly trading this live funded account. So I'd like to gain some profits. I'd like to withdraw some profits live on stream with you guys and show you, you know, my hard work in trading paying off in front of you guys. Like I said, I want to be super transparent with the account. Once I've had a payout, like even if it's just one payout, even if I can get like 2% withdraw it, I'll try and scale the account then and see if I can. So I think my goals for next year with my 100k live funded account on stream will be get one payout on the account and then go straight into the scaling. You know, I should have done that last time. I should have just taken the 3% when I had it, but I was going for that scaling straight away. Now I've learned my lesson. I went into a deep drawdown. I've recovered it now. I think 2026, I'm just gonna, you know, get a quick payout, say congratulations to myself for getting out of that drawdown, and then get back onto the track of scaling the account. So I think that's my plan.
Awesome. I like your plan, mate. I know that there's a lot of stuff in the background that you have been working on, like business-wise, personal stuff and whatnot. So I wish you nothing but the best for the new year, mate. And the same thing for everybody in chat as well. Like, if you have anything that you're like working on or that you're trying to build, I hope that every single one of you have an amazing 2026 and that 2025 be the worst year going forward for you. So if you've had a bad year this year, I hope that it was the worst year that you will have for the next 10 years, 20 years, and that every year from now going on forward is a good year. And if this was a good year, I hope that it was still the worst year for you and that the follow-up years are going to be great. So
I like that, man. I've never thought about it. I never heard someone say, I hope this year was the worst year for you. And I kind of like it, you know, like...
Yeah, well,
like, oh
there's that going forward aspect.
Yeah, it's like, what an
going
awful
forward,
thing
I
to
hope
say.
that last year was your worst year.
Yeah, I like that, because it's like, what an awful thing to say. And then if you really think about it, it's like, well, hang on a minute, actually, even if it was the best year you've ever had, you hope that it's the worst year that you've ever had, assuming that from now on it'll be even better than the previous. So, dude, I like that. That was interesting. I love it. That's super cool.
Like when you hear it, you think to yourself, hold on a minute, this person is like talking crap to me. And then when you think about it, you're like, he's actually wishing me well for the next few years. Like it all depends on you. If this year was a crap year for you, then I hope that it was the worst one. Like, and it just gets better from here. And if it was a great year, I still hope that it was your worst year and that there's a better one coming forward.
Yeah, no, dude, I like that. I love that, actually. That's a really good way of looking at it. Also, guys, let us know how your year's been. Let us know whether it's been a good year, bad year, an okay year, and let us know what your plans are for 2026. Maybe you want to get funded. Maybe you want to get a big payout. Maybe you want to scale the account. Who knows? Or maybe you just want to survive another year in the trading markets. Let us know. But in the meantime, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure that you smash that like button, guys. Let's see if we can get 100 likes. So what are we at now? You know, we've just opened up. I'm not sure what we're at now, but let's see if we can smash out 100 likes by the end of our session. So smash that like button, guys. Subscribe if you are new here. And first things first, thank you each and every one of you for joining us on New Year's Eve. Tomorrow I got something a little bit special. Tomorrow I have got something a little bit special. It's New Year's Day. Yeah, I'm going to bring something on a little bit special, something I don't really share with many people. It's going to be my journal. I'm not going to leave you guys in the dark too much, but I'm going to bring on my journal that I've actually been trading this live $100,000 account with, you're going to see absolutely everything, and you're going to get a chance to ask me any questions whatsoever regarding that account. All the way from how I felt, all the way to each and every individual trade, all the way through till get my live funds. So you'll be able to see every single part of my journal from phase 1, day 1, all the way to current price on where it's at now. So I'm looking forward to showing you that, and then I'm going to do a bit of a breakdown about how my year has been and what I want going forward into 2026. So it's going to be a bit of a session with me tomorrow. I do believe I got a guest joining me tomorrow, which is going to be quite exciting. Looking forward to that. But I think that's going to be good. I think you guys are going to love that. I think it's going to hold a lot of value. But let me know if you're keen for that. But in the meantime, make sure you like, and let's have a bit of a catch up with chat. Yasin saying, hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Please keep chat respectful and follow community guidelines. Absolutely, guys. Just remember, as we go into the new year, let's be as kind as possible, and let's be positive and good vibes only. Stay on topic. Any off-topic comments, personal remarks about the host, or use of inappropriate language will result in a timeout. Indeed, my friend, it will. Like we said, good vibes only in this community. Feel free to drop your questions or comments related to the stream, and we'll do our best to respond as we go. Thanks for being here, and enjoy the show. You said it here first, Yasin. Absolutely. Guys, if you've got any questions for us, make sure you drop it below, and we shall indeed answer. Let us know where you're coming from as well. Let us know if it is New Year's with you guys already, or if you're waiting for New Year in anticipation like ourselves. We got TJ Babs saying Happy New Year. Ashy Viral saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. From Jaden, how you doing? Happy New Year, Pips. Happy New Year, my man. Good morning, all guys. Good morning, Infinity. How you doing, bro? Good to see you in. Thank you so much for the entire team at the Fivers community for unwavering support throughout 2025. May God continue to strengthen you guys. Absolutely, man. What a nice comment to start the day off on. Same goes to you, bro. Infinity, let's start the new year with new beginnings. Absolutely, man. Let's start the new year on a positive note, on a good vibe, good mindset, and ready to absolutely smash out the profits. Staying healthy. Let's just wish for a happier, healthier new year, both in the markets and in your daily life.
But also, don't just wish for it. Go and make it happen.
Yeah, go achieve it. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't say wish for it. You shouldn't wish for it. You go make it happen. Yeah,
no, you can wish for it, but don't stop there.
Don't wish for it. Make it happen. You just know it's going to happen. Manifest it.
Like I'm saying, you can wish for it, but don't stop there. Don't just make the wish and then expect it to happen. Make the wish and then go and make it a reality.
Absolutely. Yeah. Day before, lol. Okay, yeah, nice. Awesome stuff. The support of 2025 was massive. I believe 2026 will be better. Then it will be. Because if you believe it, will come true.
Hear, hear.
Let's go. New year, new blessings to come. Yes, Marcel, absolutely. Let's go, guys. Fra, 100%. Let's go. Louis, what's good, my man? Good morning, team. Will is blurry.
You were. You're not anymore.
I were blurry. I'm not blurry now, no?
You were back then. You are not now.
Okay, cool. As long as I'm not now. The final hours to secure your 2026 funding at this price. Flash sale, 2.5K high stakes account for only $12. Max 2 per user. Start your 2026 correctly with a funded account. Let's go. Or with a challenge account. I should correct myself. With a challenge account. There is an echo, but not so bad. There is echo, guys.
That was earlier. That was earlier.
There's not now, though?
I think it's mostly gone.
Okay. Let me know, guys, if there's an echo still. And I will try my hardest to rectify that if it's my side.
I don't know what you're saying, mate. Are you muted?
Okay, good. Yeah, no, I just want to make sure it was coming through on the right mic. So I just muted myself. That's fine.
Yeah, that's why I was staring at you, because the comment was above your mouth, and I couldn't quite. I'm just seeing you looking at me like this, and I'm like, "Are you talking? I can't hear you."
Fair. I mean, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm going to go along with risk of 1 to 2, but it's ranging on near my stop loss. I know a couple of the guys in our community had some awesome gold trades today, so hopefully it goes and hits your TP, my man. Hopefully, let us know if you're trading today as well. So we've got, we got Anton saying that, or Antok saying that he is trading. He's in gold. New year means clean slate, sharper focus, and better execution, bro. I love that. Stick to your plans and make them sharper and more refined. Can you buy a Fivers account if you are a US citizen? Yes, of course. Yes, you can indeed. We have got C Trader and futures coming soon as well. God, I've made a good coffee today. You know it's going to be a good day when you make a good coffee.
Look at me just float my own boat.
Yeah. God, I'm good.
I am such a fantastic person. Nobody's as humble as I am.
No one's as good as me or as humble as me.
I'm the most humble person ever. Anyway.
There is no irony on this channel. Yes. Good morning, Willie and Richie. My 2025, I've been trying to perfect my entry strategies, OB, FV, SV, FVG, and candlestick patterns. I'm not there yet, but I hope 2026 will work out for me. Evan, 100%, my man. Yeah, definitely. Look, order blocks, I know a few of the guys that trade order blocks. Fair value gaps, I know a few of the guys that trade fair value gaps or fair value gap equivalents. And myself included, I also trade some form of fair value gap and candlestick patterns as well. So, dude, you've got some fantastic entry criteria. So I really wish you the best, and I genuinely think 2026 is going to be each and every one of yours years.
It doesn't have to be perfect, remember? It doesn't have to be perfect.
Success
it just
is success.
Needs to be
no one's ever had the perfect success. Rich is successful. His journey has not been a straight line. I am successful. My journey has not been a straight line. You know, there's no such thing as picture perfect. 90% of people that are clean have never done work. You know, you look at a mechanic who's absolutely spick and span clean. He has not gotten under a car. He has not done an oil change. He has not been a mechanic. He's not worked. You know, you go see like a road worker. You know, there's dirt under their fingernails. No, there's calluses on their hands. You get a clean hand. You get a clean-handed blue-collar worker, and you know, they're all, you know, they've not worked a day in their life. Soft hands, you know. A gym guy, you know, you see a gym guy or girl, no calluses on their hands. You know, they've not been to the gym. You know, they'll not worked. You know, so do not be afraid to have battle wounds. Do not be afraid to have scars when it comes to the markets. Just keep pushing forward and make sure that you continue your positive attitude in the markets. 2025 was a crazy, horrible year. Raphael, well, I hope 2026 is going to be a successful year for you. Look, there's nowhere to go when you hit rock bottom. That's all I'm going to say. The only place to go from rock bottom is up. So just remember that. My goal for 2026 is to have a little bit more consistency and to get an interview with a Fivers. Joshua, bro, you're speaking to the right person. I am the one who does the Fivers interviews. So, bro, you get yourself consistent, you get yourself a nice little payout, and I'll see what I can do. I'll have a word with the team and see if we can get you onto an interview. That would be super cool, my man. Scott Watson saying, good morning, Richard and Wilhelm. Every time I do it. Every time. Every day.
Wilhelm.
Wilhelm. Good morning, man.
William.
William. 2025 was great. Good development for the... For the what?
Just for the
great development. I'm glad, man. Been a great year. Bought lots of accounts, passed a few. That's awesome. Even if you bought several accounts and didn't pass any of them, the learning, the market experience, and the lessons you would have taken from that would have been equally as good. But the fact that you passed a few of them is even better, my man. Well done, Justin. This year was terrible, but I was able to pass 3 10k accounts, which I have. 2026, I want to target 100k. Bro, that's awesome. So technically you're 30k funded, man. You know, silver linings, bro. Silver linings. Take it one step at a time. Try and leave 2025 behind you now, man. You know, it's the last couple of hours of 2025. Leave it behind you. New slate, new year, fresh start. Just try and keep a positive attitude. You're going in the year with 30k funded. That's incredible. Most people would dream about being in your position. Just remember that. How is the gold trade? Oh my god, I've got some updates about that gold trade from yesterday. I'll keep you guys. I think Rich is going to do a bit of a breakdown. Rich, if you leave gold, I'll do a bit of a breakdown on gold. So I'll give you NAS, and then guys, I'll do a bit of a breakdown on gold, and I'll tell you what happened. It was a horrible day for me yesterday.
It was a bit of a gut punch, mate.
It was a bit of a gut punch. It was just almost idiocy as well. And I'll explain why. But it was a bit of a punch in the stomach. It was like
sometimes you buy the high, sometimes you sell the low. It happens.
Mate, literally. I looked at it and I was like, oh no. I was like, what have I done? But yeah, dude, I still would have taken that trade today. You know, that's all that matters. You know, a bit of a punch in the stomach, a bit of a kick in the nards. But
tis what it is, mate.
Tis what it is. Tis nothing but a flesh wound, as they would say. 2026 will be another growth, consistency, and real payouts. 100%, my man. I still have all my fingers crossed, so I won't use a hand. Sword chainsaws are dangerous. Oh, man.
Yeah, I still have all my fingers also. I was using a hand saw. Chainsaws are dangerous.
Yeah, I was going to say, how did chopping trees go yesterday in your mum's garden? Justin, let's go. Let's go, guys. 100%. Bought 2 high stakes accounts, 2.5k just right now. That is sick. Yes, my man. Absolutely love that. Saying that he's just gone and bought himself 2.5k funded accounts ready for the new year.
For $12.
That's absolutely sick. Absolutely
chip.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Hello there. Greetings. Hello.
MGN Volunteer.
Happy New Year, Will and team. Yo, what's good, my man? Happy New Year to yourself as well, bro. Happy take profit. Yeah, I like that. Happy take profit, my man. Too many wins this year. Bro,
too many wins?
Don't say too many wins, my man.
Yeah, like too many wins this year? No, that sounds like complaints.
Yeah.
Don't complain about your winners.
Video and audio is perfect. Awesome. MGM saying the echo is gone, but the volume is low compared to Rich and the music. Let me turn it back up then, because I have turned it down.
Okay, but
is that better?
Oh, mate.
Sorry, my bad. How are your eardrums? Are they okay?
What?
Yeah. What? What did you say? Has anyone ever played Call of Duty and like a stun grenade goes off and it's like that ringing, like tinnitus in your ear?
Yeah, well, I have that naturally.
Yeah, I get it now and then. It's awful. So when I was joining the Marines, they were like, "Do you suffer with tinnitus?" And I was like, "Now and then." And then they checked my ears and I was fine. They're like, "No, you're fine." I was like, "That sound."
I have a permanent ringing.
Oh, nasty! I hate that. I get mine now and then, but it's never that bad. It's usually it'll come in one ear and it just like disorientate me slightly, but it comes really bad. But never, yeah, not permanent.
My left ear it's permanent. Left ear permanent ringing. Right ear occasionally, but left ear permanently. So if I close my ear now, I'm just hearing.
Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, no, I'm lucky. I'm not that bad. Fivers team, love from India. Yes, Akesh, love from the UK to yourself, my man. I'm just gonna have to try and catch up as best as possible. Say hello to me. Say hello to me.
Hello.
Hello. Hi there. Oh, dude, you make me laugh, man. That tickled me. That was good.
Please
say hello to me. Someone love me.
Somebody give me attention.
Oh man, sound yeah no yeah. Oh, you sound like my missus if I've been in too many meetings for the day.
Yeah.
She's bored. Babe, talk to me. I haven't spoken to you in hours. Where are you? Love me. Say hello to... Oh, dude, that's tickled me, mama. Huge shout out to our Indian traders. Yes, my man. Who's coming out through from India? Who's coming out from... in fact, let us know where you're coming from. India. I know we've got a couple of Americans in at the moment. We've got a couple from South Africa. I think we got a couple. In fact, I know that Louis is from the UK. I know that we have got a couple from the UK, which is awesome. Hello to my Brits out there. Let us know where you're trading from. Let us know where you're watching from. Oh God, what have I done? Hard time here. On the top now. Awesome stuff. Got it. 100%. Ow.
I think this is gonna start dropping.
Infinity, this is great for me to join the Fivers amazing family. Love that, my man. Absolutely love that. Infinity, absolutely. We're all a family here. Make sure you give us a big thumbs up for the family. Make sure you give us a subscribe as well if you are new here. We've got Anoras coming from Morocco. Yeah, awesome stuff. Dude, Morocco, that's sick. Hungry, nice. Go eat something.
I'm hungry as well, mate.
Whereabouts in Hungary, man? The only place I know is Budapest, so unless you're going to say anything other than Budapest, I don't know. Hungary, we'll just go with that. Cool.
Okay,
I studied a bit of Hungary back in 2018, back in travel and tourism. I did a big dissertation on Hungary. I think it was like during the World Food Awards, which I think at the time was actually Budapest. You know, the World Travel Tourism Awards. I don't know. The Netherlands, awesome stuff. Well, I got a couple of friends from the Netherlands. In fact, me and Rich have got a guy in our community from the Netherlands. Super cool guy. So big shout out to my my European friends out there coming from the Netherlands, coming from Hungary, Puerto Rico. Awesome stuff. Puerto Rico. Hola, ¿cómo estás? There's Spanish in Puerto Rico, don't they? They do speak Spanish. I'm sure they speak Spanish in Puerto Rico. Joshua, let me know. Or am I just completely full of shit? I know a few traders are from or moved to Puerto Rico. Tax haven, I believe. I'm pretty sure Puerto Rico is a tax haven. Very expensive, though. So I've heard. Again, I know
very
nothing.
expensive, but it's a tax haven.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't know too much on Puerto Rico, so I could be completely full of the doohickey. Hello from Nigeria. Yes, my man. What's good and Beanho coming from Nigeria. Big shout out to my let's try that again. This is rewind. Big shout out to my Nigerian friends and traders watching the stream. There we go. Rich, I tried.
It was a good attempt, mate. Good attempt. You tried your best.
Yeah, you gotta try, man. You gotta try. I worked in a warehouse in Greenford for 22 years, and we supply all the pubs in London with kegs of beer, 200 tons a day. The noise of kegs and concrete floors is a noise that you will not forget. Oh, sorry, that I want to forget, but you will not forget. 100%. No, I can believe you. Yeah, my brother's partner, she owns like a wholesalers, like an alcohol wholesalers, and she deals with kegs of beer a lot. And I can imagine, man, that is noisy. Like, they are noisy things, especially empty as well. Like empty, they just echo. Dover, UK. I thought so. I was going to say, Louis, I knew you were from UK, so big shout out to you, Louis. Australia, good day, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie.
Oh God.
I know. I couldn't.
LJ told you about this. LJ told you about this shrimp on the barbie.
I hope LJ's watching right now. Guys, I'm just saying that to wind you Australians up. You know I love you, really, guys. That's not a knife. This is a knife. How many? What other just corny Australian terms can we come up with?
Just anything that Hugh Jackman says, mate. Anything.
We've got good eye, mate. We've got to put another shrimp on the barbie. We've got that's not a knife. What else have we got? What else have we got? What? Oh, come on, guys, help me out. What else can we wind the Australian viewers up with? Kenya, yo, what's good? Kenya, dude, I've always wanted to go Kenya. I don't know why. I think it's like the safaris out in Kenya. Big shout out to my Kenyans, my Zimbabwean friends out there. Denmark, yo, what's good? Shout out to Denmark. Hungary loves you guys. Well, we love Hungary too. Pakistan, awesome stuff. Yo, good big shout out to my Pakistan viewers out there. Zimbabwe, awesome stuff. In Bully Castle, Northern Ireland. Top of the morning to you, lad. Don't worry, I'll bully you all. I will troll you, the lot of you.
Everybody is fair game, mate.
Everyone's fair game today. It's New Year's. Let's go out with a bit of banter, guys. Feel free to banter back. You know, don't
But
feel
you
like.
guys will forgive us tomorrow for the banter. Remember,
Yeah.
New Year, new you. Forgive all of the trespasses of the past. So if we've done something to you on the stream, please forgive us.
Yeah, everything said today
forgiven.
is just purely jokes. We're not bullying any of you guys. We love you all equally, and we will banter with each and every one of you. But do not worry.
I've got my favorites.
Please,
I've
yeah,
said
we've got our favorites that we will really go in on. But that's because we know that they can take it. Guys, we're not going to really go in on you unless like we know you can take it. Unless you know that we're joking. I live close to London. My mum's at my mum's for Christmas. Oh, that's super cool, man. Family's everything. You know, spend time with
hence
family.
the trimming of the hedges and trees.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense now. What's family for if it's not to use and abuse them, I suppose? what are offspring for?
Rephrase. Remove the word abuse from there. You're not supposed to abuse your family members.
I mean, to be fair, Scott seems unscathed, so perhaps there's no abuse there. Perhaps it is just using him. Oh man, I'm only messing. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trading from Antarctic. Surely not. You're trading from Antarctic.
That seems like banter.
Dude, like, hey, look, I'm willing to believe anyone. If you're trading from Antarctica, bro, I'm gonna believe it. But I'm gonna request.
Probably the techno feet. The feet portion is happy feet, so you're a penguin, and then the techno portion is you are a penguin in Antarctica throwing a techno rave.
I'm gonna request that you send us a photo of you trading in Antarctica. But hey, look, like I said, you could be some scientist out there. You could be some, I don't know, I don't know, some scientist studying something in Antarctica, and you're also trading. And if that's so, then, bro, I don't know. That would be, if you can prove that you're trading from Antarctica, that would be insane. I think that would actually make my 2026, even though it hasn't begun yet. Got viewers from Trinidad. Yo, what's good? Big shout out to Trinidad. The Fivers family is truly global. Absolutely.
I was about to say that. Like, we're the reach of the Fivers is getting there, mate. Like, it's all the corners of this spherical Earth of ours.
Absolutely, all corners of this sphere.
Yes. At least I didn't say the Earth was flat.
Canada, true. Fair. Yeah, I suppose. Canada, eh? Get out of here.
And where in Canada are you from, Judza?
Get out of here, eh? From my Canada. Get out. Big welcome to Canada, guys. Like I said,
I'm having a stroke, mate.
Everyone's fair game today. We're all getting trolled. Even Rich is going to get trolled at some point.
Ah, that's fine. I can take it. Please be gentle.
Hola, bien y tú? Muy bien, gracias. Yeah, I'm not too bad, my man. Yeah, we speak Spanish and English, but main language is Spanish. I thought it was. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sure that I heard that Puerto Rico was predominantly Spanish. Hey, do something about the commissions and the swaps of Bitcoin.
We'll do it immediately.
Unfortunately, I would love to, but that's not something I have.
Hold on a second. I'll do it, mate. Yeah, swaps. Yeah, pick it up.
Don't forget commissions. Don't forget commissions.
Commission higher up as well. Shot. So it will be lowered. The commission and swaps will be lowered.
There we go. Thanks, my man. Like I said, I didn't have the power, but he's got the power. Hello from Tigray. Yo, what's good, Samuel? Big shout out to Tigray over there. 100%. 100%. William Davis. Oh, sorry, a 100%. Garvey, I have no idea what you're on about, bro.
Yes, I'm a bit lost as well.
Yeah, bro, I'm spun. What are you on about? Samir Hill, yo, what's good? How you doing, my man?
What's up, Samir?
Ya Flaming Gala. Again, no idea what you're on about. Russia, coming from Mother Russia. Yo, what's good, Samir Hill? Big shout out to Russia. Great accent. Yeah, I know. Well, what can I say? What can I say? We do love our accents. So there's some accents I really can't do and I won't do. Like there's some accents that are funny because I can do them quite well, but then there's some accents that just sound blatantly racist because I really can't do them. So there's some accents I will avoid just because I butcher them really bad. Whereas like an Australian accent, I feel like I'm pretty good at. Northern Ireland, I'm pretty good at, you know. And if I do butcher them, then I do apologize, guys. I don't mean to butcher your accent. Yeah. We love you too. I'm glad, man. That's sick. They were trees. And most were over 50 foot. Bro, I hope you weren't chopping those down with like a hacksaw. I hope you were actually using a... Yeah, dude, use a chainsaw for that, man. You nutter. One on one side, the other on the other. To me, to you, to me, to you. Toronto, awesome stuff, dude. Like, nice. I knew a trader from Toronto, Canada. Yeah, he was from Toronto, I believe. I've skied Canada, not Toronto. I've skied Canada. I can't remember where though. It was like the French side of Canada though.
You've skied Canada?
Yeah, I've been skiing in Canada. Like I said, the French side of Canada. Because you got two parts. You got like
have like an in.
Yeah, you got like
I've skied in Canada. I've skied Canada.
I've skied over Canada. You know, like
from
right across over the map. Over the map. Yes. I'm in a UJ cell. Let's go. 156. Akesh, big up to you, my man. I wish you all the best of luck in your UJ cell. We need everyone to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and share the stream. 100%. Give us a big fat one of those. Make sure that you click the bell notification and make sure you do subscribe. Each and every single one of you. Share it as well. Share it with your family, your brother, your mother, your sister, your uncle, your next door, your neighbor, your cat, your dog. Whoever wants to come watch us troll chat, get trolled by chat, stream, trade, earn profit, lose money, blow accounts, pass accounts, and get paid. And make sure that you share it with them because you have found the correct place where there's nothing but good vibes and profitable strategies here at the Fibers. I felt like a tongue twister. That felt like a mouthful. Rich, do you want to speak for a bit, or are you okay with me carrying
mate,
on?
You carry on, mate. You were doing so well up until that point. So
I feel like people are getting bored of my voice at this point. Louis, Will is from Wales. Out come the sheep.
That means no.
I welcome it. I will admit, guys, I have trolled you. I expect to be trolled. Yes, I am from Wales, and yes, I actually do have sheep, and yes, they are beautiful. So there is a bit of controversy going on with one of the sheeps at the moment because one of them's my ex and the other one's my current, and there's just a lot of war going on between the two fields. So,
are you sure you want to carry on that conversation? Going once,
I am joking, guys.
Going twice.
I do not have interspecies relations with sheep. That is a joke, although I am Welsh. And I do actually have sheep. That wasn't a joke. Unbiased trader, good afternoon, or good afternoon, unbiased trader. How you doing, my man?
Shall we have a look at the markets a bit, mate? Like, I feel like we're pretty much caught up with chat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are. Yeah, let's
we've been going 45 minutes with chat, and we haven't looked at the chart yet.
Yeah, chat is chatting. Okay, yeah, my apologies. Let's dive into the market.
Let us try and have a look-see at the market a little bit. You wanted to go through gold, mate. Do you want to go through that?
Maybe that's why I was. Maybe I was stalling. Maybe I was stalling.
Kind of getting the idea of that.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. If I have to. Stupid gold. So, guys, look at this. Oh no, come back. There we go. So this was gold yesterday. I took out of gold here. It was about here I got out of gold. So I got out of gold around 4391. I got out of gold. Now it was looking okay, in a bit of profit. So I took it on two accounts that I have, two 10Ks. One's off stream, I banked about $70. The other one was on stream. I lost about $270. Yeah, you heard it right. I lost 2%, or nearly 3%. So,
on this one trade.
Wow, yeah, on this one trade zone. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucked.
That is painful, mate. Painful.
That is not good, but 'tis nothing but a flesh wound, my guys. It is what it is. Sometimes, look, you win them, you win some, you lose some. We really did buy the highs. We were buying up here, a little bit of profit. We were buying here, really nice. Anticipated a bit of a pullback. Wanted to see that continue up, and it just. The minute we got this break and close under here, it was just game over. It was game over. I looked at the markets. I just didn't want to be in it then. I was like, nah, I'm done. Yes, that's it. I'm out. And then what happened? It just carried on melting. Carried on melting down to this area down here, which is the area me and Rich marked out yesterday. If I go into the 4-hour, this demand zone down here. So we got this demand zone down here, and then we've come back down into it. So part of me is thinking it could come down to here, which, Rich, you don't think it's going to. I don't know. The way it's going, certainly yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly did not expect Monday's absolute drop-off. But
I didn't expect it to bring close under here.
It was not going to really push much lower than 4,300. And it did. It like dipped below 4,300, dipped all the way down to 4,273. So it does seem that we want to carry on potentially pushing a little bit lower, because we've already pushed past an area of consolidation, and strongly so. And instead of reacting strongly off of it, we've kind of tried to push up a little bit, and then it seems as though we want to carry on pushing lower. So definitely in play 4,200 to about 4,176.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. I'm only looking at sells on gold. Well, actually, right now I'm not looking at anything. But as far as the trend, I'd only be interested in sells. And like I said, guys, if you're ever worried or questioning the trend, just get your trend line, go from the highest high to the highest low. Oh, sorry, the lowest high. Go from the highest high to the lowest high, following in sequential order. So we got the highest high to the lowest high. You can see if you put a ball at the top, it would roll downhill, and that's so. Go to the highest high. Go to the highest to the lowest high, draw a trend line between those 2 points, and if you put a ball at the top of that trend line, if it rolls downhill, you're in a downtrend. Simplest way of looking at it. Or you can get this super cool sort of channel thingy-madig doohickey watch-it-majig, and you can actually draw out the channel here. So this is a pretty cool. Rich uses this a lot. I'm still learning how to use it.
I mean, it's just a typical old-fashioned, just a trend line, a channel. There's just two trend lines. In general, I think it's just visually very quick to see if there is a specific downward trend point that is being tested. But I don't trade it, so I wouldn't base
fair. You use it as like a confluence.
Not even, it's a visual representation.
Okay.
So
yeah, I get
it's the equivalent of drawing two lines between one area, and instead of doing it twice, I get to do it once, you know?
Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Not only that, guys, you know, we got this channel. What was that? That wave. We got this channel here, and then, you know, retest the channel for those of you who trade that. Break and close under the channel, pull back into it, consolidation. If we can get a break and close above, pull back and continue, or just a continuation down. That is messy, but that's what I'd like to see on gold. What I'd like to see isn't always what will happen, you know. Evidence showed that yesterday. But if we can get something along the lines of this, I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that's the only thing I would like to look at on gold now. Oh, God, knocked my mic over. Yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing right now.
The thing is, gold has been so parabolically bullish over the longest time frame, this whole year. In the grand scheme of things, this is not a major move, if we look at how the whole year has been moving. But it is significant enough that we've lost like over $200 on the price in the last 3 days. So, well, let's not say last. What is today? Wednesday. Yeah. So let's say from Friday. Friday was the all-time highs about 4,550, and we're at 4,3 at the moment. So losing $250 on the gold price, you know, percentage-wise is not crazy, but it's still scary what it can do in like 3 days, you know. So if you're on the wrong side of it, it can really be punishing.
Yeah. I think gold's one that, you know, it will just, you know, it'll just rip you apart if you're not careful. It really will just rip you apart. So you got to be really, I mean, look, you got to be careful trading all assets, but gold is one of those. It's a law to itself. It really is a law to itself, and sometimes it doesn't follow the norm. Sometimes it won't go along with patterns. It'll just do what it wants to do, and that's what's and I think that's why a lot of traders will trade gold. Is it's exciting, but you got to remember, you know, excited traders aren't always profitable traders. You got to, you know, trading should be boring. If you're looking at the markets like, oh, this is so boring, I just got to wait and then click and then click, enter, and then wait and then wait and then wait and then click and then exit and then wait, then there's a good chance that you're a profitable trader. Because when you're excited in your trading, it means there's so much going on, emotions are kicking in. You know, you should try and be as little enthusiastic as at trading as possible, in my opinion, anyway. But I don't know, that's just me.
Scott saying, I tried to say yesterday, that's why I said 4368 retrace. That was crazy about gold, was how many times it hit the 4368 and then tanked to 4,300 in Asia.
Wow. Bang on time. Well done, my man. Just saw a WhatsApp message. Stick us a thumbs up if you're ready, my man. Awesome. We have got a guest in. What is good? Aaron, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Yeah,
What's
I'm
up,
good,
Aaron?
man. I'm good. I'm good.
What's up,
What's
Richard?
news?
It's been great, man. How you guys been? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's been some time. Yeah, no, good, mate. Yeah, really, really good. Just chilling, having a bit of banter, trolling chat instead of chat trolling us.
A bit tired though. I'm tired.
Yeah, yeah. And then
My energy levels are low.
Did you do anything last night or?
No, it's just there's a lot of stuff that's happening around the holiday period, and I'm very much a creature of my sleep schedule. So if my
Yeah.
sleep schedule gets disrupted heavily, my day suffers for it, and that's where I am right now. I'm like low energy, just like I'm trying to bring the vibes up, but my body is like,
Denying it. Yeah.
yeah, so tired. But I'm good. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. I mean, I kind of had a back injury. That's why I was kind of gone.
oh, nice.
But we're back, It's getting better. Still trading. I don't know if you guys have been trading recently because it's been a bit of a slowish 2 weeks for me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I've been trading my sort of my 10K holiday account, let's call it. I don't want to call it a fun account. I don't want to call it a bust account because look, I care about every account, but it's like a holiday account that I'm trading because I don't want to trade my live funds. But it's been okay. It's I'm probably gonna blow it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, but no, it's been good, man. The year's been good, and I stopped trading my live account, my live capital. I think I stopped trading that beginning of December.
Fair enough. So are you guys like big on the December thing? Because a lot of traders tend to say that December is a bad month to trade, and at the start of December they'll just not trade till the end.
I'm not against trading in December.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither. I'm not against it. Like I don't mind trading December. I just choose not to. There's too many holidays that I'm gonna overeat, overindulge, maybe have a couple of drinks, family come down. Yeah, it's mentally chaotic December. Whereas trading I don't care for. Trading's trading. It doesn't bother me trading in December. It's just the fact that mentally December's quite an exhausting month for anyone. That's why I choose not to trade December.
Yeah, fair enough, honestly.
What about
Yeah,
yourself?
I think like the last 2 weeks of December is usually it's when your mindset kind of like draws you away from trading.
Yeah.
Like Paul was saying, like you have friends coming over, family, that kind of like stuff, and your attention is not quite as sharp for trading. I think
exactly.
you have more distractions. You're hearing your family like laughing and enjoying themselves, and you're like trying to take a trade. It's very distracting, but it's
not only that, you don't want to lose.
You need to walk away a bit, like
you
move away from the market a bit, and this is the perfect time to do it.
Yeah, you don't want to lose your attitude as well when it comes to trading. Like that's the last thing you want. Everyone's there, jolly, merry, having fun, having a couple of drinks, playing family games. You've just blown an account. You just go in like an absolute wrecking ball and ruin the family holiday. You don't want that. You don't want a bad attitude going into a Christmas event.
Very much. 100%. I mean, for me, I did take one trade on my live account last week on a live 50k account, and it won. So requested the last pay of the year yesterday, and haven't touched a charge since. Honestly, it's the only trade I took this month.
Oh really? Nice.
Yeah.
Man.
So we'll take it.
Yeah, I think my last trade on my 100k account may have been a losing, or maybe just been a break even. I think November, December, because I think I did trade like the first week of December. Like November, December, I think I've managed to gain 0.3%. I think I'm only like $300 up on the account for the past 2 months. So it's been a very break-even couple of months for me. So that was just my way of being like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah. Do you request that then? Is that a live account or a challenge?
Yes. Yeah. That's my live account.
Okay. Would you request that 300, or would you just keep it on there as a buffer?
No, right. So that's in draw. I'm in drawdown at the moment. So I'm in draw. If I was $300 up now, I'd leave it. I'd leave it as a buffer. You know,
Okay.
I'm not interested. On a 100K account, I won't usually be interested in taking out profit unless I'm either. I don't know. I try to make sure that I'm 1% up. I don't mind taking 1% or maybe like $800, but anything under 0.5%, I won't bother. You know,
Right.
It's good to have something in the account, but I don't know. It depends, I suppose. What about yourself? Why will you just take like $200-300 or?
Well, if I'm up like that on a 100K live, no, I'll keep it as well. But let's say it's a 50K live account and I'm up like 200 or 300, I'll just take the payout.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair.
Because it's different. Like it's half the capital, right? So that's still
Yeah.
a decent amount for 50K.
So I mean, it's nearly 1%. Like
Yeah,
it's not-
exactly. Like, so that's what I did with my last trade. I decided to cut it because my rules told me to close a trade, but then like the amount wasn't 1% yet, which I usually target as a payout. But I did close it, and it ended up saving me. It ended up losing, so I turned a loss into a win, and got a payout. So
Nice.
it does
Yeah,
depend.
awesome stuff. Yeah, that's sick, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, my stream account is up 1.4% for December. So
Nice.
Yeah, dude, that's
small
awesome.
little-
That's only been recently as well. It was only like last week, I think you got that 1% gain, wasn't it?
no, like it's been steady. I've had like steady growth on this account.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've been in drawdown on this account like once.
Dude,
Nice.
that's awesome. That's
But it's a 5K. It's a small account, and it's small little gains. It's like $10 here, $6 there, that kind of like thing.
Right.
Slowly working my way until I have like 2% or so, and then I can start picking up and holding my trade a little bit longer. I like having a little bit more balance to play with,
Yeah.
and just
like having that buffer.
Yeah, and to the same discussion point that we were on now, would you take the 1.5 to 2% on your account? Myself, I would generally wait for like closer to 3%,
Yeah.
or at least more than the minimum that I need to withdraw.
Right.
And depending on the account size, it's like, for argument's sake, with this account, you're gonna have to like build it up a little bit before you can get to a point on a 5K. So I think the minimum payout is like 200. So you kind of like have to
Build up. Yeah.
build up a little bit. So even if you wanted to, you can't just take that 3%. You have to just be a little bit more patient. But it's good because you get to a point where you kind of like, you conserve what you have and you only take the best setups that you want, or that you should in reality. But when it gets to the point where you finally have the amount that it's ready for you to take your payout, then you feel like you were patient. You're being, you did everything good up to that point to deserve this payout.
Right.
Instead of just taking the first payout that you get and being like, oh look, I've got my money now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a bit of a mental game.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
do get that.
Yeah, and I get that, man. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Like, where do you take the payout? When do you take the payout? Do you try and scale it? Do you just leave it in as a buffer? Because so this account, when I passed it, I went up 3%, and I should have just taken the 3% payout. But had I taken the 3% payout, I would have actually blown the account. Because I didn't take the 3% payout, I went into 7% drawdown. I ended up having I lost 10%. So I would have blown the account.
Yeah.
So, sometimes it's good to have a buffer, and I don't know.
Okay, hold on a second, Will. I'm going to challenge that. You went into 7% drawdown. At which point did you say, hold on a second, I need to slow down? Was it when you reached 7%, or was it before 7% that you said, maybe something's going well?
I said I need to slow down when I went from 3% up to like 3% down.
All right. Okay. So just like keep that number in your head. So 6%. Now imagine you took your 3% payout, hypothetically. Do you think that you would have waited until you reached the account failure before you say, hold on a second? Maybe.
Yeah, I had no choice. It was just a drawdown phase. It was just one of those.
What I mean is, would you have waited to that point, or would you have also waited until you lost something like 6% and said, okay, I need to do something here first? Not taking the payout means that you have 13% to play with.
Yeah.
Before the account is lost. Taking the payout reverts you back to 10%. Do you think that you would have treated the account the same way had you taken a payout? Then you did.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
I don't think you would have, mate. I honestly don't think you would have. No, I think you would have taken your payout, and you would have gotten to a point where you were like 4%, 5% in drawdown, and then you would have been like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
So I don't think you would have treated it the same way had you had you taken the payout. I think.
Yeah,
honestly,
possibly. Yeah.
Because the thing is, you've got 3% to lose, and you kind of like mentally think about it like, don't worry, I've got 13%. Like, I can lose the 3% and it's not going to bother me. You're back to break even. That's fine. I can still work my way up. And then from there on, you lost another 3%. So now you've lost 6% cumulatively, and you're like, hold on a second, what's going on here? Whereas if you were on break even, you probably would have lost your 3% and started wondering like, what's going on here? Why am I in 3% drawdown? That's what I think you would have done, because I don't think that I think you're more proactive than reactive when it comes to your accounts. So I don't think you would have waited for you to be that deep into drawdown before you say, I think something's weird, something's going on. Maybe I should scale back, or maybe I should, kind of like move away from the charts. Maybe there's something psychologically going on.
I agree with you. Maybe I would have reacted differently as far as reducing drawdown. But I went into like minus 3% drawdown, and then I thought, okay, something's gone on here. Like, I need to look at this. But I continued to trade, and I continued to execute according to my plan. I just reduced my risk. I still ended up going into minus 7%.
Yeah, but I think that you would have, because you had 13%, you still had 3% left before you lost the account.
Yeah.
You would have probably made a decision to even cut your, or either step back or to cut more, even long before you would
possibly
reach minus 7% as an example. That's what I think you would have done.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, quite possibly, man. Who knows? Until I'm there again, which I will be, guys. Let's be realistic. We're traders at the end of the day. I will 100% get there again, because I'll get a payout. I'll go back to zero, and then I'll go through a losing streak. It's almost guaranteed. It's written in the stars, So therefore,
it happens.
Yeah, 100%, it happens. I'm just grateful it happened this year, where I was able to claw it back. Maybe next time it happens, I may not be able to claw it back. Who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be able to claw it back and scale all at once. Who knows? But all we got to do is execute according to our plan and our strategy, and make sure that our risk is appropriate. I'm not going to say the same. Make sure our risk is appropriate according to the plan and the trades that we're actually executing on, and the assets that we're executing on, and then that is data driven. And therefore, if you can do that, then yeah, 100%. You just got to see what comes of it.
I just saw this comment here from Michael saying, I've just learned that the news violation is a soft breach. What a prop firm. That is definitely something that I think is really awesome about the Fivers, is the fact that even if you have made a mistake and you've traded the news, even though they do have a news violation or rule that you're not supposed to be trading in that 4-minute window, even if you've made a mistake, they are more than willing to say, you know what, we see that this is the first time that this has happened. It's okay. It's a soft breach. We're just going to confiscate, not even confiscate. We're just going to kind of like, your losses are your losses. The wins, are not going to count, but they're more than willing to give you a second chance. Where I think there's a few other prop firms that if it's been breached once, they kind of like say, you've breached it, done and dusted.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, you just can't beat the Fivers. I don't care what anyone says. I've never met a prop firm that I feel truly cares about my trading as much as I do. And that's pretty special. It's pretty, like, Guys, I do all the trader interviews now as well. So like I've got some merch. I've got Fivers t-shirts. I got Fivers hoodie. I wear that with pride. You know, it's not like I work with a prop and they pay me and I like them and I wear their merch, but I wouldn't wear it outside. It's not like that. I don't work with prop firms that I have to hide the fact that I work for them. Like hide it away. I don't. I love the Fivers. I'll shout them from the rooftop. I'd go parachuting with a Fivers parachute and advert with a Fivers flag waving behind me. You know, I think they're the ultimate firm, and there's a reason they win awards. You know, they're such an awesome firm, and yeah, it's just like I said. You know, I've known boys who've been denied by Fivers. You know, I've known them to be not paid by Fivers. But they broke the rules and they said, yeah, well, I was an idiot. I just broke the rules. I shouldn't have done that. I was like, I lost the account and I was an idiot and it makes sense. I was like, yeah, it always does. I was like, what are you going to do? I'm just going to buy an account and don't make the same mistake again. I was like, good man.
You know, when anybody ever like says, oh no, this prop firm denied my payout, the very first thing I ask is, did you follow the rules? And in general, they say, yeah, but, and then the moment they say but, then it's like, okay, so what did you not?
100%.
So in general, when it comes to people not getting payouts, obviously, it's not always the case. It's usually when they didn't follow a rule or something like that. Sometimes you do get prop firms that have hidden rules. Sometimes you do have prop firms that do like screwing people and whatnot. But the Fivers is not one of them. Definitely. So if
I've traded with
the Fivers, it's most probably because of a rule breach that you've done and consistently done.
Yeah, 100%. I've traded with firms that have hidden rules, and I've blown an account or I've breached an account, and I actually emailed them. And because obviously, you know, in the space, I'm a little bit bigger. Now that I've been in the trading industry for quite some time. And I speak at Forex events. I've spoken at prop events. They actually checked my account, and they actually wanted an interview, like talk to me. So I jumped on a meeting with the CEO of this company, and I spoke to her, and I was like, I'm not going to name the company. I'm not going to name the CEO, any of that. And I said, what was that? I said, look, I know how to trade. I know what I'm like at trading. I'm a very good trader. What's going on here? I said, I've been trading with props for years now. How have I broken my rules? And she explained that there was this rule, and I said, I've hunted high and low. I said, my brother is, he loves his accountancy and his bookkeeping. He loves his maths. I said, I've given it to my brother to read. He's read through all your rules and he's really scrutinized it. I said, we can't find your rule anywhere. And they hunted through a YouTube video from like a year ago or like 8 months ago. And it was one video with a couple of views. And I said, that is shocking. I said, that's disgusting. And they were like, you know, we're sorry about this. We're happy to give you your account back and give you one last chance. I think I got like a 14k payout, and then I blew the account. I got rid of it. You know, I don't want to be trading with firms that hide rules from you. It's just unethical. Like I said, I'm not going to name drop the firm, but this was before I actually joined the Fivers. And when you start trading with props like the Fivers, it's just, you can't compare. It's like comparing rotten fruit with fresh fruit. It's just clear difference.
Yeah, incomparable.
Yeah, it is.
There's two questions here that just popped up now. One from Scott and one from Rilland. The one from Scott says, why do the Fivers not let you trade before rates and CPI? It's not that they don't let you. It's that that rule, that 4-minute rule, the 2 minutes before high impact news and 2 minutes after the news, you know, not opening up a new trade, there's a few reasons. First and foremost, all of the traders that are part of the funded group, everybody that's got a funded account with the Fivers, you form part of a larger fund, a singular fund that you're all a part of, and you all get the capital allowance per your account. So if you trade the news and you make a mistake, or the news goes grossly in the opposite direction of what you expected, it's not just you that's losing money, it's everybody else. It's the whole fund loses a lot of money. So that means that they're trying to limit the amount of risk exposure during those high impact news events for the whole company. It's one of the reasons why the Fivers have been in the business for almost 10 years and have...
10 years next, 10 years in a day.
From tomorrow, it's 10 years. But they've been
Yeah.
in the industry for 10 years, and it's one of the reasons why they can stay in the industry for as long as they have and be as good as they are, because the rules that they have is there to not only keep you profitable and to prevent you from breaking, like losing your account or whatnot, but it's also to keep them from losing unnecessary funds. So
Yeah, exactly.
I personally think that the news rule is great. I love the news rule. So
Yeah, not only that, if someone says to you, go to your closest relative, whether it's your mum, your brother, your dad, your uncle, whoever you want to, go to them and say, can I borrow your entire life savings? And if they're generous enough to say yes, now you say to them, I'm going to trade high impact news. And then I want you to explain to them what high impact news is, what it does, and how you calculate whether or not you're going to win from it. And you explain to them exactly how you're going to trade it, what high impact news is, how it will affect the markets, and you let me know whether they allow you to trade their life savings or their hard-earned savings during times of extreme volatility. Let me go ask them. I challenge you to go ask your family or your friends, will they lend you money to trade during super high volatility situations? And if they say no, don't be surprised when a company doesn't.
No, I mean, it seems like not in this case. Scott obviously, has his head screwed on, so I don't think that he's arguing.
Yeah, no. This was more for the people who may severely object it.
Yeah. So I just think that when it comes to risk exposure, trading high impact news has a tendency to introduce crazy spreads. You can have massive slippage. It is purely a risk management application by the company. So I think it's great. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, it's Roland FX saying, but Fivers is restricting traders with 1% max loss after pausing phase 1 and phase 2, like FTMO. These are the latest rumors circulating on the internet. Is that true? It is 100% false. The Fivers does not limit you, once you get funded, to 1% max loss after trading or after passing phase 1 and phase 2. That is just simply incorrect.
If you unnecessary, I will touch in though. I think there is something that the risk team will interview you, chat with you, if you are unnecessarily risking.
That is to do with risk per trade, not max loss. It's got nothing to do with this question. This question is about the max loss. There is no limitation whatsoever. The only max loss that you have is the account max loss, which is dependent on the account. It's in this case, 5% for a bootcamp once passed. It is 10% for the high stakes and the hyper growth. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The only time the 100%. The only time the Fivers will ever step in is if you are just doing ridiculous risk and gambling per trade. Then they will step in and question you and be like, dude, what are you doing? This is our money you're mucking about with. Take it seriously, in other words. So that's the only time I've ever known the Fivers to ever step in to someone's account and say, bro, what are you doing here? You need to sort this out.
You need to calm down because you're over risking. But what they would do is then they would soft lock so that you can only go up to 1%. You might go to 0.5% or something like that. But what they also do is you will be given the opportunity to prove that you are consistent and that you can take this responsibly and trade this responsibly, and then they will pick up your risk allowance again. So it's not a permanent thing. It's temporary, but that is due to your actions while trading. While you're acting very gambly and you're trading high risk and all of that stuff. Then they will limit. But this question, Roland, no, that is just absolutely false. There is no evidence to support this whatsoever.
100%.
Yeah, exactly that.
The Fivers rules. The rules of the Fivers are fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Word of the day, a comment of the day: the fibers rules are fair. Fair is just, yeah, 100%. Back to the charts though. What are you seeing, Aaron? Are you seeing anything in the markets at the moment, or?
Not really, honestly. I don't really expect much today, honestly. Just it's quite volatile, to be honest. I didn't expect that at all. I thought we'd get a very slow day, but it's pushing very nicely. I had a bullish bias on EU, and that's playing. But yeah, no trades.
Just in AGV.
Yeah,
My
I
uncle
would
was a
like-
gambler. He'd probably let me. Sorry, Aaron.
No, you're good.
That tickled me. That did. Also, I was seeing. Let me know if any of you guys are coders as well, because I was seeing Scott Watson saying the thing is, I'm a coder. I have a code that gives me signals 2 minutes before CPI or rates, and it's never been wrong. Bro,
Well, that seems pretty cool, but unfortunately, you won't be able to use that one on the fivers. It's
as in, yeah, but dude, never wrong. Like 100% win rate.
what is your sample size?
I literally about to say, what's your back tested sample size on that? What's your forward tested, back tested? What's your? That's crazy. What's your stop loss size? Is it just like a signal, or is there any drawdown? I'm asking this not on basis of fivers. Please let Scott use his strategy. More so, coming from like talking trader to trader. I'm curious to what that looks like. Hey, yo, on a share the market. What's good? How you doing? Hello. Happy New Year's Eve. Aaron, you got any plans for tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out with some friends, and then.
Are you going out or are you going out?
Nah, just out.
Oh, you're not going out. You're just going out. Out is definitely, it turns into out though, come on.
Yeah, it probably will.
Aaron, how old are you?
21.
If you don't mind me asking.
21.
20. Oh, you're going out. Grow up. Yeah, I'm not going out.
Yeah, for the older ones, but among us, namely myself, there's no such thing as out anymore. It's just,
Yeah.
Having
said that, I don't know. I don't know, mind. My dad would prefer to go out than me. Like I think it was Boxing Day evening or Christmas evening or something like that. Went out for a walk, went to the pub, had a couple of beers, and my dad was like, "Oh, should we save for some more?" I was like, "Nah, screw that. I'm tired. I'm going home." I was like, "It's bedtime already. It's like 6 p.m. I need to go to bed."
Nah, but we'll see what's going on as well. I don't really know what I'm gonna do exactly, so who knows where I end up, right?
Are you with us tomorrow?
Yeah.
You with us, bro? I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait. I'm just gonna see Aaron show up. Hey guys.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be a little tired, but
Aaron, where do you live? Which country are you from?
Belgium. I live in Belgium, but
nice.
Originally I'm Kurdish.
Oh,
Polish.
cool.
Kurdish.
Kurdish.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard Polish.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Is it cold there at the moment? Like really
Yeah, very cold.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the UK.
Yeah. It's like the UK. You just the weather in Belgium isn't as bad as the UK.
Honestly, I think it's worse.
Reckon?
Yeah.
Off.
Yeah. I like it here. It's just the weather is kind of like UK, like the UK.
Yeah, fair. Screw that. Then I'm not coming to visit you.
Yeah, there's probably better off going somewhere else.
I fancy you visiting Richard, but I'm just afraid I'm gonna get eaten by a lion or a great white shark.
What?
Don't worry, mate. Like great white sharks only in the ocean, so we'll keep you out of that one. You'll be safe. Lions,
keep me
keep them tamed, mate. They're tame, mate. Don't worry about that. Like,
Richard, where are you from?
I'm from South Africa.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
hence the lions.
Now I get why you said that. I want to get ate by a white shark.
Yeah, and a lot of the viewers as well, like the ones from like Nigeria and whatnot, they also tend to also see the wildlife quite from the same viewpoint that we do.
Yeah. Scott, I already let Dirk have it on private link. Bro, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's super cool. Your dad sounds like fun. Bro, Justin, man, my dad's a lot of fun. He's an interesting guy. A very serious guy, but a very fun guy at the same time. Like my partner, when she first met my dad, even now, I think she's still petrified of my dad for some reason. She'll look at him and was like, I can't read your dad. Like, he's so funny, but at the same time, he's so dry and serious. Like my dad's like a ticking time bomb, but you don't know if it's going to be like a laughing grenade or just like a brutal atom bomb grenade. You know, it's just, you don't know which one you're going to get sometimes. It's just a typical dad. But
those are the best ones. Those are the best.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
man.
they can be serious when they need
man.
to, but if they want to absolutely make you laugh with tears in your eyes, they can do that too.
Yeah, typical man's man, you know. He's a typical hard worker, you know, typical sort of like, he looks at me and was like, Will, how can you earn good money just sitting at your laptop sort of thing? Even though he invested himself, we were actually chatting about investing this morning, about like the stock market and investing in companies. So he understands that, but then he can't comprehend the CFD market. He's like, it's a pile of garbage. I'm like, right. I was like, yeah, fair. So yeah, he's typical, you know, get your hands dirty, you know, work hard sort of guy, and
Yeah.
he's a fun guy, but very, very serious. His dad before his dad, you know, his granddad and all, they were all very old school farming. So
Yeah.
yeah, one of them, you know, like let's just put it this way, when back when I was probably 21, like 18 to 21, when I had like friends staying over or something like that, when we'd go out drinking, come back like super drunk, my friends were petrified of him. They'd be like, no, I'm not coming over your house. I was like, your dad scares me. I'm like, right, okay. Whereas like my partner now, like she loves my dad. She's like, oh my god, yeah, your dad's so funny, but he does scare me. Sam saying Will is actually worried that Rich will feed him to the sharks and lions. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about them eating me on their own agenda. That doesn't bother me. I'm just more worried that he's gonna feed me to them.
No, dude, you'd be perfectly safe with me.
No, I'd be perfectly safe in South Africa. I'm not perfectly safe with you.
No. I would take the most care of you. I would be so hospitable. I would make sure that you have a nice, warm, cozy little blanket and towel, you know, for your bed, and just after coming out of the shower, I would pamper you into oblivion. No buts, nothing. Just I would pamper you, mate. I'd pamper you.
I feel like he's lying.
Well, if my words did not move you, mate, then my actions will have to prove
Bro,
it.
my girlfriend doesn't speak to me like that. You can understand my skepticism.
That's why she's your girlfriend, mate, and I'm your best friend.
Oh, facts that.
Talking about gold, for today and from yesterday, we've got this downward push. This is on the hourly. So yesterday, this was the point where Will decided he wanted to buy, which is valid. Buy the highs, sell the lows, you know, which is valid. We had this high point, but it is after a quite solid sell-off that we had on Monday. So very, very nice sell-off. Now, obviously, these bases that I've printed here were the ones that we had already in place yesterday. The only ones that I've added was this current one over here. No, not that one. This one down here. I've added this one over here.
Yeah, that's the one that I drew up yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, so at this point in time, if you just look at this little trend, we are making lower. So if this is the high and this is the low, you can see in between there were lows, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So each one of these swing points is just a lower point. So as it is right now, we were, from yesterday into today, a little bit bearish. However, where we are right now, we're seeing a lot of consolidation. We're seeing a lot of slowed momentum. It doesn't have that same attempt to push lower that it had during the Asian session and yesterday during the New York session. So it seems as though we've reached an area where there's a bit of indecision, a little bit of either we don't want to push price for tomorrow, or we're just going to wait for the news, or we're going to wait for the New York session. Because right now it's a little bit sideways. That's on the hourly. If you go onto the 15 as well, you can see it a lot more clearly. You've got three pretty much equal lows, all at the same place on gold. So these need to be broken through clearly and then retested and then potentially push lower. But as of right now, it's a little bit consolidative. It's a little bit sideways. I can even reduce this to just that at the moment. Just this little area as consolidation. Personally, I don't think gold is very attractive at the moment. Yes, it's consolidating. We are still in a downward
beauty is
trend.
in the eye of the beholder, I shall have you know.
I mean, like, you know me, mate. Like, I want the breakout. I want it to carry on either pushing up or volumetrically moving. And if it's not doing that,
I want to see it go to the downside. Truth be told, look, I don't care what it does now. In fact, no, tomorrow. I'll have this conversation with you tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care what it's doing right now. It's just... I'm not going to trade for the rest of the day. I'm now actually... I've closed my trading view. You're sharing your screen now. I've closed my trading view.
You're going to have to open it up again, mate, because I need to head out.
Rich!
Why would you... Head out,
I forgot about that.
As soon as possible.
Fair. Okay, fair. Right, bear with me.
Open up your trading view so we can at least have something to look at while I'm...
I just thought to myself, I was like, oh, it's 1 o'clock. I was like, I'll just shut my trading view down now. I don't need to share it. Rich is sharing his. I forgot where to go. Pain in the backside.
News, yeah. We've got unemployment news, and that's the only red folder news for today. All right, cool. Thanks. So I can...
Yeah, go away, Rich. Go on. Bugger off.
All right, everybody in chat, I have to love and leave you all. Thank you very much for a very pleasant 2025. Thank you very much for the encouragement and just pitching up every single day, even if it was just myself. Thank you very much for supporting the Fiverr specifically. If you haven't already, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and share this the Fiverr's YouTube stream with anybody that you think might find some sort of trading information from it. And even if it's people that aren't trading and it's just people that just want to come and sit and just banter with us, by all means do that. I hope everybody has got an amazing 2026. You guys will see me next week, Monday. I don't know if we're going to see Will, but that begs to be seen. But you will see me next week. Everybody else, Happy New Year. Will, Aaron, Happy New Year's to you guys. If I don't have an opportunity later tonight to do that, do be safe. Don't go and do anything that I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just before you do go, Richard, guys, can we have a massive thank you to Richard as well? He's been an absolute superstar. Bro, this year, like you said, if I don't get a chance to, because I know that I won't see you tomorrow because you won't be streaming with me tomorrow. If I don't get a chance later on to have a chat with you, I'm sure I will. But guys, I just want to say this to you in front of everyone. You've been an absolute legend and a superstar. It's been a pleasure meeting you. And guys, can we have a massive, massive thank you to Richard for joining us and becoming part of the Fiverr's family throughout 2025. So, dude, thank you so much, and I wish you the best in 2026.
Thanks, mate. I really appreciate that. All right, guys.
Take care, Richard. Bye-bye.
And then there were two. I saw someone saying, why is EU pumping? I couldn't tell you, my friend.
The dollar is just dumping so hard.
What's the DXY do?
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
it
look at the
dumped
DXY.
so hard.
Bro, look at that. Oof.
Yeah.
This is on the 1 hour time frame, by the way, guys. Yeah, the dollar is dumping, isn't it? Maybe you can hold this point here. Maybe like see what it does around this level. You know, we can see it's starting to hold and reject now. I think this could be a nice area for the euro on the 1 hour. I don't want to drop much below the 1 hour for Euro USD right now, but I think this could be. Oh god, I think this could be a nice area to potentially sell from.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see buys in the euro right now. This is, I don't know. I think this would be the highest point for me with the euro, unless we can move up, break in this high, pull back, continue, break this high, and then look something like this here. Other than that, I'm not interested in buys for the euro. If anything, I'm more interested in price doing something a little bit like this, like that, or shopping around, dropping, breaking and closing below, pull back, continue. That's what I'm. In fact, actually, shall I make that a little bit neater? I feel like it's very messy. Let me try and neaten this up a little bit. So something a little bit like this for buys. So that would be buys for me, and then sells something a little bit like this, or something a little bit like this. Price to continue here. Chop around and just consolidate a little bit. Just a little bit of nothingness. Drop below. Continue lower. So let me just go ahead and remove this messy scribbly squiggles that I just put on the price. What about you, Aaron? What are you thinking with
To be honest, I don't really have an opinion here. I'm kind of not clear. Like we've tagged the 12-hour fair value gap for sells. We're pushing down a bit, so I could see a retracement here as well. But the dollar just looks bearish to me on the higher time frame, so it's a bit of a 50-50 for me, at least.
Yeah, nice. Well, hello. We've got this fine gentleman in. Victor, how are you doing, my man?
Hi. How is everyone doing? This is the last session. The last session of 2025. It's a special,
it is indeed.
Very special session. There is I don't know if it's mine, but I hear a sort of an echo.
Yeah, I think it's an issue with my whole setup right now. I don't know what's going on. It should be okay for tomorrow. Do not worry. I'm gonna leave you now. So if the echo continues, it's on the stream. It's not on me. I'm gonna leave now because I've got to go do some last minute things. I think from today and today I got to go out and do some last jobs. From tomorrow onwards will be the last of my packing, the last of my prepping before my move. So I'll be leaving you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my last stream in the UK.
You mean
Yeah, so I'll be leaving you guys for a week, and then you won't see me Monday. You'll see me probably the Monday after. So yeah.
Where are you going?
Hong Kong.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so guys, I'm not going to say a big goodbye right now because I am seeing you tomorrow. For those of you who aren't going to come and watch us tomorrow, why not? Don't. Just make sure you come in. Don't be lazy. You know, even if you're hungover, I want you lying in bed watching YouTube on your phone, like typing away. So no excuse to show up tomorrow or not to show up tomorrow. So yeah, guys, I'll give you my big goodbyes tomorrow. But for now, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure streaming with yourself, Victor. Aaron, thank you for joining.
Yes.
This is the last stream of 2025, bro. That is sick. It has been an absolute pleasure. It's been awesome. 2025 has been a journey, but I will break that down for you guys tomorrow, and you can ask me absolutely anything. So, guys, thank you very much. I shall see you all tomorrow. I'm going to love you and leave you in the very capable of hands of this gentleman down below. In the meantime, thank you very much. Take care, and see you al mañana.
Take care, Will. Have
Bye-bye,
a
Will.
great 2026 in advance. All right, Aaron, audience.
Yes. How have you been?
Well, I've been great. I've been away, but never gone. So I'm good. I'm good. How about yourself, Aaron?
Yeah, good. Same old stuff, you know. Just doing what we do.
I think the echo was indeed with Will because I don't
Yeah,
hear it
I
anymore.
don't hear it anymore
I thought
either.
it was you because we don't stream together, so I thought maybe your setup, but it was
Yeah.
Will indeed. Um, good. All right. So are you in any trade currently, Aaron?
No, I'm not in any trades myself. I'm not really looking to trade today. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if you're in trade, but I don't really want to trade today, to be honest.
You don't want to trade today because of the
No.
holiday, because of
Yeah,
it's
all that
different, because of
stuff.
volume.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, there is a beautiful picture perfect. Leonardo da Vinci would be proud of it. If you're looking at, are we looking at my screen? Let me check if we are. Let me double check. Yes, we are. So look at that reaction on the daily time frame, on the daily order block right there.
Yeah, that
Isn't
is very
that a
clean.
beauty of a reaction on the order block? I mean, this is what makes order block to me one of the things you should not ignore. I don't want everyone to be trading order block necessarily, but you want to be aware of them because even if you don't trade them, if you know the market is going to react like this, not all the time, but it will have some reaction. Sometimes not so much, and other times very much so. And you want to know these structures before price reaches there because you might want to close your position. You might want to enter. It might be an extra confluence for you to get in. That's a very very beautiful. I'll zoom it in. I'll zoom it in so you guys can see it. Look at that double wick right there on the 5 minute. I mean, if that doesn't mean the market is reacting on that order block, I don't know what is. Look at that. Look at that. Tweezers candlestick combination. That's called a tweezer.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are you? Where's the opportunity, Aaron, today, according to in errant land?
To be honest, it's unclear for me. The dollar looks bearish, and EU looks bearish. So, well, for my technicals, I just when I see that, I just do nothing. You know, I just call it unclear and just leave it.
All right.
So that's really it for EU. There's not much going on. Gold isn't really.
Can I show
moving.
your chart?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So we can see what you're looking. Why you think the dollar is the dollar index is looking bearish, and so on.
Yeah.
I think this one is yours. I'm gonna check if it is. Oh, Remy will do it for us.
Yeah.
Remy, would you be able to put Aaron's screen on, please? Thank you. In the meantime, I'm gonna be looking at since we're looking at my screen. Let's take a look at what I can do a breakdown on EU, and we can go look deeper. I'm not in a trade, by the way.
We're on my chart now. Sorry for interrupting. Just so you know.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
So basically, I expected a dump here off this 12-hour fair value gap. we got a little bit of a push on EU today, and then the dollar looks like it's gonna dump off this 12-hour fair value gap. The close is very weak. We got a bullish close, but this wick just suggests bearishness to me. So we tag this. So they're both kind of going against each other, if you see what I mean. Because if the dollar goes down, that means EU is going to go up. And if EU goes down, that means the dollar goes up. So it's a bit of a 50-50 situation in my eyes. That's why I'm not really planning on doing anything. So that's really it. I don't know if that was clear, but
Yes, I think so. There's you're looking at the, I think you said the 12-hour, the half a day time frame, and you're seeing the same price action, basically a fair value gap, price created as it went down, and is now retesting it, meaning an area where you expect price to be, sellers to coming back to the market, but on both, on the dollar index as well as on the euro dollar, making it actually nearly impossible to know which one of the two unless you have some other indicators. And that's why you think it's best to sit on your hands and let the market show you first which one is it's going to do it, and then you act. It makes a lot of sense, and I understand that completely. Do you always use the dollar index as a mixture or as an input in your trade plan?
yeah, it's always there. If the dollar is not in line, I don't do anything. That's it.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. All right, so and you mentioned gold. What about gold?
Gold, to be honest, I've been bearish on it all week. So we see these 12-hour sweeps, which means I would be bullish technically, but every time I see a sweep here, it ends up just disrespecting it and still dumping. So here at the moment, I don't really have a bias because technically I would be bullish, right? But because it's been dumping the whole week and disrespecting every sweep, and we got a bearish candle close, even though we swept, I'm unclear here as well, and just still leaning towards the sells. So I feel like we'll end up with another candle disrespecting this sweep. So that's kind of my outlook. I don't know if you're looking to trade gold today. It's kind of slow, moving very slow at the moment.
Yeah. I'm not particularly looking to trade gold. Yesterday there was a trade on gold. There was a setup, but today I'm not particularly looking. Actually, EU is not giving me. It's not setting up right now, even though it had that beautiful reaction. Maybe I should switch to mine. Let me switch to mine. There we go. Let me check. Okay, so to give us maybe I should do the top-down analysis, right? So we do it properly. I'd like to give the good example. We have a on the monthly time frame, we have a huge structure. I always start with that. It's the head, left shoulder, neckline, and actually it is a bearish reversal, meaning bearish reversal, a bearish quasi in a downtrend on that time frame. The EU has broken the not the neckline, the trend line on this super macro chart, and has basically confirmed by retesting the break of that neckline. However, that's one part of the viewpoint. So far we are still in a downtrend. As you can see, these are the lower highs that we've been making, and that hasn't been taken out yet. And within that range, the market has given us a reversal pattern: left shoulder, head, neckline, first right shoulder, and presumably or potentially a second right shoulder. So I'm looking as well, and especially because the market is reacting quite relevantly, if that's a word. It's making the price action, is printing the candles, telling us that this area, this possible monthly entry order block on that monthly is something to be looking at. So it may react. We don't know that in advance, but it may. And if it would react, if it will react in the future, I want to be prepared. And this is the structure or the order block that is, presumably is going to be used by price. And we are currently retesting it. So that's a reason to look for alignment on the weekly time frame for a short. However, on the weekly, as we can see, if we zoom deeper, there is no short. There's no reversal pattern. This is the break of the structure. That would be the left shoulder, the head. There's nothing there yet. Market is looking strong and solid going into 2026. So far, the weekly is not showing any reversal pattern. So that's because we lose that alignment with the monthly. On the daily time frame, I cannot use the weekly and the monthly anymore. If anything, if I get anything on the daily, it will be just for a swing trade. A daily, I say just, but it still can be huge.
Yeah.
And that's it. So let's go to the daily. Let's take a look. So there you go. I have on the monthly a reason to look for a short. The weekly is not setting up yet, and the daily does have a bearish reversal here, right here, going up there. That will be the head, the left shoulder, the neckline breaks it all the way down, and guess what? We went to the only order block left on that quasi. We had a beautiful reaction, but it did not break any structures of the uptrend that we're currently in. Went on to make a higher high and is still reacting bullishly. So we have a bit of in this setup. This setup isn't ready yet on the daily time frame for a swing trade. We have a reversal pattern, the market reacting to it, but it's not confirming by breaking structures on locally. Meaning, this could still be this could still happen. Is within the cards, and especially the reaction we had today, where the market reacted bullishly as it should on that bullish structure, nicely, makes me think that the buyers are not done yet, right? Because they were really, really waiting for that structure, that bullish, that demand zone to be retested to get step into the market. We can see that was the tweezer, and tweezer candlestick combination on the 5 minute. That's picture perfect market telling us the buyer's appetite is totally here, not gone. And if you look at the, let me zoom in a little bit. If we look at the uptrend, right? The uptrend is as beautiful as it can be, making higher highs, and the market still, that's slightly higher than the first one. So there's a little bit of a deceleration there, but the market reacted beautifully on that order block, making me think that the market is getting ready, perhaps to break it, right? That's just one scenario on the daily time frame. That can completely change after New Year's, because we know that just with equities, actually with equities you have it a lot more, but on forex pairs you have it as well. You have sort of a window dressing at the end of the year, meaning institutions are squaring off their positions. They may want to book some profit, or they want to close, take off some risk, and all of that can make the market do on the last few days. And that's why Aaron is not trading, because it's not clear whether the moves we see today, yesterday, and maybe in the coming, maybe not too long in the future, but maybe the next few sessions are actually indicative of future price action, or just market stepping out a little bit, taking risk off the table. That's one thing to consider. So far, if you look at the from roughly the 10th or 11th of December, the market is still looking strongly bullish, and that confirms what Aaron was saying about the dollar index looking bearish, right? They are negatively correlated, so that's interesting. To go to the lower time frames for those who are trading on the intraday time frames, let me take a look. So now we have the daily order block has left a price. I mean, daily time frame has left an order block here, bullish, right? We retested it while it was fresh. How many candles? 6 candles. and we also have a structure on the above us, right? So a bearish structure. So I believe that to be the range for the coming, maybe today. That will be the boundaries of the range of today, and perhaps even going forward. So I would be waiting for price. I don't have a setup yet. My setup would be, well, I'll have to go to the H4 to start. All my trades start with H4. Look at that beauty of a pin bar right there. So the my setup would be, let me take a look here, would be price reaching that order block below, which it didn't on the 4 hour. It reacted on a daily order block, but not on the 4 hour. So I would wait for price to get there first thing to start looking for a long. The other is this bigger order block to the left isn't fresh anymore, and it's not part of the quasi, so we can forget it. That's why it was much smaller. Whatever structure we will be using needs to be coming from that structure, and there's only one, which is the outside bar, barely visible, but it's there for us to use. So that's one thing on the buy side. And on the sell side, we clearly have let me check. We do have a quasi. Let me adjust this quasi for our viewers. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, show some love for Aaron. Aaron is a good trader. You want to see him trade, so please hit the like button and subscribe, and he will be doing so momentarily. All right, so we have one. Let me double check this. Yes, we have one entry order block here, which is above the 50% retracement. That would be something I would want to be watching. There is one above, which doesn't have the daily alignment, which is, can happen. Actually, this is a much bigger order block, so I'm going to be expanding and taking this. I'm going to leave it. All right, so I'm going to leave it right there. I'm particularly interested in the whole area on the whole daily order block, which is not a great position to be in, where you have the H4 not refining the daily. You want to have, with each time frame that you go down, you go lower, you want to be having refinements. And so that leaves me, even though that the whole structure, the whole area is a good area, a tradable area, I want to trade specifically the one where you have the two H4 overlapping. Okay, so that gives me this area. Let me mark it and see if it's something we can reach today. Even though it's the 31st of December, I want to know if it is possible to reach it. Let's take a look. So from the low, which is the low of the day, is 55, 56, well, 55 in some, to be able to reach it. And the daily ATR is standing, if I'm not mistaken, at about 49 or so. Let me check. Actually 48 now. All right, so it's compressing. So basically, it's telling us that the structure that I just mentioned is right outside of 100% ATR, meaning it's less than 50% chance of hitting it, and actually a little less, a bit less than that, because we have a compression in ATR. Look at the chart. So it's not only you can see that we have this is the volume, the decreasing volume of the holidays. You can see how the range has been being lower, being smaller, and that's well, even though it says 48, it's likely that the 50% chance expected level is going to be lower than that, lower than 48, because the ATR is calculated on the last couple of bars, and we're clearly see that there's a negative, or there's a downtrend on that metric, meaning it's likely to be 46, 45, something like that. So that 55 becomes even a little bit more of a stretch for today's price action. So that means that if we're going to go higher, we're likely just looking to go to that lower border on that order block, on that daily order block, in my opinion, unless the market wants to retest, which I actually prefer, because if the market is going to come back, then we would have, it hasn't closed yet, it will close in 29 minutes, but we would have a alignment of the daily and the H4, right? Because this, it would then become, it's not there yet, but if it closes, it will be an H4 fresh order block. That fresh order block is standing on the shoulders of the daily below us, right? Which it already touched. So even though we didn't get the move coming from the entry order block on the H4, we do have another opportunity for the market to react to. And actually, let's take a look if we have lower time frame, right? From H1, H2 alignment, market reacting very nicely of this. This is actually a flipped order block. Let me take a look. Yes, it's a flipped order block on the H4. H2 doesn't give us a little bit of a refinement, but not a lot. I'd prefer something a bit more precise. Let me take a look. A little bit more precise. Let's see if the H1 does that. H1 doesn't give anything. So basically, we're left with, as things are.
Yeah,
Everyone watching
the news just dropped. That's where it dumped from, I believe.
Yes. I did manage, not manage. I did see it was the unemployment claims that came out. That's the only red folder carpet on my calendar for today, last day of the year. And let's take a look at, do we have a quasi on the lower time frame? Do we have an entry? Do we have let's see. Right, so we do have, let me mark this. Right, so the quasi, we need the retracement tool, and let's dive deeper into this structure.
Right, Victor, so this one looks. Sorry for interrupting. I really need to go now. It was
okay, no
great
problem.
talking to you again. I'll be on tomorrow if you are on as well. I can probably stay a little longer then, but I do have to go today. So it was very nice to talk to you again. I hope everyone in chat is having a great day, and we'll have a great day later, and wish everyone a happy new year.
Happy New Year to you as well, Aaron. Thank you for for joining us today. I will not be part of the gang on tomorrow. I'll be off, so it'll be another moment. But I'm sure we'll have plenty of those opportunities in 2026 to chat, trade together, expose each other to each other's strategy and insight. So thank you very much, Aaron.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day, guys, and Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye. All right, so I'm gonna switch to my screen. Let me double check. Here we are. There you have it. All right. Audience, how are we doing? Let's take a look. All right, so I'm checking the chat. As the news is coming out, we have 3 entry order blocks on the 5-minute. I would go on to mark more levels or more structures to trade from momentarily. In the meantime, let me go check what you guys have been talking about. We have Marina, a star in our Discord community. Marina, how are you doing today? Scott as well, Scott Watterson. Very regular in our show here on YouTube as well as on the Discord community. Let's take a look. All right, so Remember, guys, do not. The chat is not for promotional purposes. So if you want to promote a channel, a person, yourself, a product, it's not allowed in the chat. If we have people in the background checking, and you will be at risk at being limited, restricted, or even banned if you do so. So please, chat is only to interact with each other among the audience and with asking your questions about this stream. Okay. Um, let's take a look. Okay, all right. So I'm checking the chat to see if we have any. All right, someone want us to take a look at gold. We will definitely take a look at that as well. Don't forget the like button as I am going through the chat. Like button, subscribe if you are not a subscriber yet. I don't know how that could be possible, that you're watching us not being a subscriber, but if it is the case, then you know what to do. Okay, all right. So thank you to you. Happy New Year to you as well. My bum. That's a my bum. My bum. Okay, my bum. My bum. 1588. Okay. Risk reward. I look for since my win rate is quite low, I look for a higher risk reward ratio than average, meaning I'm not going for 1 to 1 or even 1 to 1.5. I'm looking to at least 2. And actually 2 is the bare minimum. I'm looking for, if the market isn't able to give me 15 pips. I know it's risk reward ratio, but 15 pips. Actually, I stopped trading the setup altogether. But 1 to 2 is the bare minimum that I go for. Usually, my trades go to a good amount above that. 1 to 3 is okay, but the average is around 1.5, 1 to 6. I don't always get that. It depends on the ranges and the structures and how wide the order block is. I don't decide that, but I do have limits because I know that if the risk reward ratio is too low to me, which doesn't is not low for other people, but if it's below 1.1 to 2, it will already not be worth it, the risk to me. All right, let's take a look at gold. Perfect. Thank you for appreciating the work. Thank you, Jaw or Yaw for Forex. Let's take a look at gold. We have, but before we do so, this is the quasi, the reaction on the daily time frame we had on this beautiful order block, which was and still is fresh. Let's say the H4. That's the fresh order block that hasn't been created yet. So don't be fooled. We need it to be created before I cannot trade this order block until it's actually printed, and it's going to be printed in 21 minutes. So that's something I need to wait, right? Having clear objective rules and strict rules and following them will help you with patience. Yesterday we had some questions about how to become patient, how to avoid being impatient and going on tilt or going beyond your outside of your trade plan. And it's, to me, it's focusing on, for a great deal, is focusing on the data, but especially also on understanding that in order, if you have a plan, and I assume you backtested, which is, otherwise you shouldn't be trading it, and you've measured profitability, assuming you did everything adequately, the next step would be to, you want to have the same result in real trading. And the only way to do that is to do what you did in the backtesting, meaning following that same plan and understanding that you need to stay within that boundaries of the trade plan in order for you to get the same trade results. So Being patient is is dealt with, or the impatience is dealt with by understanding where the edge lies. The edge lies in your trade plan and in following your rules, and you know it's not worth it going outside because it doesn't make sense, right? You're going to be getting something you haven't measured and likely is not going to be profitable. So I need this engulfing to close to create that order block, and only then I can look for a possible long. So that means on the 5 minute, this structure, even though I have the structure lying here, even though the market may react to them, I will not trade them. I will not enter until the H4 is closed. Okay, so that's how I deal with impatient, understanding where my edge is and how to extract the same results that I got. Actually, let's mark the turn of the hour, which will be in around here. All right, so that's the line. It needs to go beyond this line before reaching these levels for me to get in. Even if I have a reaction here, I will not enter. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the chat. Someone is asking why you wait. Well, that's exactly the reason. Maybe I read this, or it was 18 seconds ago. The reason is, I will repeat, that I need the H4. That is the basis of every trade I take, swing trade or intraday trade, and the close to me, right? Because I'm trading the engulfing, and if it closes, if it hasn't closed yet, I don't have a definitive order block. I have something that could be a ghost, basically. It could be here in 20 minutes or not, and I can't afford that. I can't enter into something that's not definitive. So I need that H4 to be definitive, that candlestick, a combination to be closed, and for that I need the H4 to close in 17 minutes. It's we'll see what it will how it will close. Okay, so just an in jam body. I think my biggest problem is patience. Yes, I think it is for a lot of people, not you specifically, but I mean, it's something we hear our audience talk about and ask a lot, all the time. I'm waiting for confirmation. This reduces my win rate a lot because I enter early, and waiting for confirmation. Um, you know. That's exactly the process that I was just talking about. Um, the confirmation is part of your trade plan, and I assume you added it after measuring that it is an important piece in the process. Meaning, you in your back testing, you had to wait for that phenomenon, that thing, right, to happen before you can enter. And the reason why you had to wait for it, the value or the effect it has on the performance, is also the reason why you have to wait for it in real time, in forward testing or trading, in real trading. So understanding that it's an integral part of you becoming or you extracting profit, to me, is the antidote for impatience. Understanding that it is a necessary that every step of my trade plan be fulfilled or met, for me to extract the profit. If I miss a step in my trade plan, I will likely not be able to extract edge. It's as simple as that. So I don't want that. I simply don't want to be trading unprofitably or less than what the edge, outside of the edge that I know the system has. So understanding that distinction, automatically I have an allergic reaction to any entry that is not completely according to the plan, because it means that I will not be able to extract the I'm here for just one person as a trader, and that is to execute my plan. That's it. I'm not here for entertainment. I mean, on YouTube, perhaps I am, to entertain you guys and, educate as much as I can and company. But I mean, as a trader, not as a streamer right now, as you can see, but as a trader, I'm solely here to execute my plan. That's it. I have just one mission: execute my plan, and that's it. I'm not here to execute half my plan or 75% getting into trade that are 75% according to the plan. Nope, I'm not. I'm here to execute my plan completely. Right? So it needs to be according to the plan for me to get in. If not, then I shouldn't be in the trade, right? So let's take a look. What should we trade today? The question is perhaps, should you trade today? Because the opportunity opportunity is still there, and we can go see if there's something to be traded. But today, I mean, do you have enough time for trading for today? If you're, it's the last day of the month of the year. If you are, I don't know, organizing things or getting ready to go somewhere, and you have half an attention to trading, then you shouldn't be trading at all, perhaps. Happy New Year to you as well, Van Alvan. Um, Justin Jam G Body. Would you consider coding your strategy into an EA to remove the human element? Yes, I am. Actually, I have coded a number of strategies into an EA. One of them I'm trading live and have been trading for over 2 years already. And it's been going great, actually, increasing in capital under management, funded capital, as well as private and external capital. So yes, I've done it. It's doing great, and I have a couple of projects that are in the process, in progress, which are coding different ideas. They're not done yet. And the main strategy that I use isn't completely coded yet. So that's something that I want to reach for 2026, to advance it to a maybe. I don't know if I it is. I don't know if I will be able to reach 2020 in 2026 to code it completely, like every little bit of it. But I assume I can code easily, most of it, and have something that resembles the edge, captures maybe 80% of the edge, by not making it too complex. So yes, that is actually, I think everyone should be looking into mechanizing or automating as much as possible, because if you measure the edge to be there using some rule-based system, then there's no reason for you not to code it and not to use it on multiple time frames, multiple assets, while you still keep trading, and you don't have to, but you could also lower your time, screen time, and focusing on other things trading related, or even perhaps decrease your trading hours altogether. So increasing your efficiency, your productivity, because you're still doing the same or even more with automation within less time, which is great, right? We trade to be able to do other stuff, right? To have freedom to provide and have quality time with our loved ones, and time is of essence in that case. All right, William, happy New Year to you as well. This is the New Year's Eve session on YouTube. Justin Jam G Badi is saying, I'm looking to do that, but I don't have much experience with that, so not sure where to start. Do you have advice? Well, I'm not a coder. I don't have coding skills. My coding skills are non-existent. There are a couple of things you can do. One is you could go to, there are marketplaces online where you can hire someone, a coder, and you would have to be very specific in the do a document, a Word document, where you explain exactly what the system should do in every bit of it. um, and you can look for a coder. You can hire one to do so. That's one way, with its pros and cons. The other one is you can use, nowadays you have tools online. You can use um, for simple EAs. You could use chat GPT. I do advise you to double check, triple check, because chat isn't always so great in creating them. The very simple one, I've created a couple um, indicators and tools on chat, and they work. But there's also another one called Claude. You can look it up. Scores much better in coding, and you can build it. What I would do is I wouldn't give uh, any of these models the whole document and say go do it for me. What I would do is I would break it down in modules, like little pieces, working pieces. And I would say, well, for example, let's say if I wanted to create a system with multiple time frames, with multiple inputs, and one of them is the H4 order block. What I would do is I would just go and have that first piece, that working unit, be coded. I would, say, well, um, you know, show me, identify all the adequate, according to my description and definition, all the order blocks for me, right? And write an EA on that. Supposedly, it doesn't have even to be able to trade, just identifying the order blocks. And once you have that, you can use it and combine it together, and so you arm the system, the EA, step by step. And by doing so, you confirm and you double check that the code that is corresponds to the H4 subunit doesn't change, right? So once it creates the next step, you have to double check that the section that describes your idea on the, let's say, the order block, are intact, and whatever it added, that's the only thing that's the difference. And you keep on adding, and verifying that whatever it has done already is still there, and it is intact and hasn't been changed, because you always have the risk that the new code would not only add something but also change something that you already approved. So you want to make sure that you're completely in control all the time, so it will do exactly what it's supposed to be doing when it's done. All right. I am asking, can you resume your strategy? How do you mean? I've never paused it. I've never paused the strategy. Or you mean my trading of the no problem. You mean my live trading? Well, the H4 order block hasn't been closed yet, so I still have to wait 6 minutes and 44 seconds. That's gonna pass, in a blink of an eye. So it seems all the time. And afterwards, we will have to go to the lower time frames and see how the reaction is of these order block. And that's only on the 5 minute. You can do the same on the 3, the 2, and the 1, or any other time frames. And we will be looking for possible indications. One thing that I would like to do before we do so is indicate where the levels, the ATR boundaries of today's are. Yes, we're trading live on the last day of the year. I know for a lot of people that is a reason not to trade. It's not for me. Price action is price action, even today, and you have to adapt to the market condition, but it's still tradable, perfectly tradable. Let me take a look at. Okay, so we have. Let's measure the ATR for today. It's 39, the range that is, and the ATR is currently at 48. So basically, you have about 9 pips left, actually less, because of what we discussed earlier. So the low of today is 20 round, so that means 11, right? If the expansion is to the downside, so 11 would be, let me mark that there somewhere. It doesn't have to be too precise. This is the lower boundaries for the expansion, and it would be 68. All right, so 68 would be exactly the lower border of that daily order block, right? I hope you're following. If you don't know what I'm doing, it is let me know in the chat if you haven't followed. These are the boundaries according to ATR, to the ATR, the average to range, where the market would possibly, and I would say they're even closer. They should be considered a little bit closer because the ATR has been diminishing. Let's take a look at that. It has been on a downtrend because of the lack of volume or less volume and the compression of these that causes these compression. But as soon as the new year starts, first few sessions you will see this most likely bounce back and come to perhaps a more of an average level, where it was before. Actually, it has been going down for some time, but then again, this is a bit higher than historically. So this is the higher than average on historically. Perhaps it could come back to something in the range of 80. Who knows? Maybe around 70, which is a bit more historically average for EU. So let's go back to the 4 hours trade. Time frame. As you can see, within the daily range, the presumed range for today, we still have the entry order block below us, the H4. So that would be a nice area for me to look for an entry, meaning if price were to get there, it could take a bit of more time though, because we can see that we're dealing with this order block first. So we'll have to wait and just be patient and let the market print the candles, and then we make decisions. But that would be either today or some other time in the future, meaning in the next year, trade from this level. But for now, this is the area that I'm interested to look for a possible long on the 5-minute, as I just indicated. Using these 3 areas on the 5, on the 3, can we use some areas on the 3 as well? There's one there, 2 and 3, 4. So on the 3 there isn't anything, and that means automatically on the 2 they will not be active, and on the 1 as well. It doesn't make sense. So only on the 5. These are the only 3 areas we have currently, and we'll have to watch the market, how it reacts when it gets to these areas, right? Use your price action skills to do so. And even if it breaks it, right, if it doesn't react to them, let's say it doesn't react to them, it doesn't give you a signal, and it goes beyond this level, still you can start looking for a possible quasi, because the market does that a lot of the times. This is just one quasi that it created. It's a very obvious, right, a very obvious one that has H4 and H1 structure created, but it sometimes, a lot of the times, it doesn't react here, it doesn't react there, and may or may not react here, and then goes lower, reaches those levels according to the ATR, and then starts reversing. And that could, sometimes that is with outside of my trading hours. I would not be taking them, but if it does happen, I'll gladly look again for the quasi, the order block, something like that, and then take that trade off on. When this happens, and it's at the end of the day, you're bound to have to take it as an overnight, right? Because it's not going to reach the higher levels within the rest of the day anymore. If it's the last 3 hours of the your trading window, or maybe 1 hour, you will have to take an overnight. So you have to think about it, if you want to keep it open for that long. All right, let's check the chat to see how we're doing. Loving nature. Do you think the 2.5K plan is a joke? I don't think so. I think it's a wonderful way to get your to start. Have an account at the Fivers. I think you're missing the point if you think I don't know if you're. It seems it suggests if you're thinking you think it is a joke. Look at it this way, and this is why I bought two of them. I personally bought two accounts on 2.5. Is it a huge capital? 2.5, of course not. But the Fivers has a limit on the number of accounts you can have. So anytime there is a special event, that limit does not apply. These events, these accounts are on top of the limit. So actually, it's a beautiful opportunity to add more accounts beyond the limit. And each one of these accounts, even those that are starting at 2.5, they're able to be scaled just like any other accounts you have. So I know it will take longer and so on, but not in a hurry to go anywhere. And I know I'm going to be trading in 1 year, 5 year, and 10 years from now. I like trading. I do it, of course, as an occupation, as a form of income, and a form of managing and making my net worth grow. But I also love it. So it's my passion. So I'm going to be trading no matter what. And why not add more accounts of the best prop firm out there, the Fivers, and then take them to the limit. So I think it's a great opportunity, and also there's a lot of we have to understand loving nature, guy. Thank you for your question, by the way, and I like that you're very regular in our show. Let me state that. There's from different parts of the world. It's a good thing to make it accessible for more people, because not everyone has hundreds of dollars to buy a 100K account. And the more accessible you make it, actually the more of a blessing it can be for a lot of traders, because they can try it out first, they can build experience, they can especially those who do not have a lot of capital. So yeah, I think it's at all not a joke. It's a serious business, and I mean, it's serious matter, and has a lot of upside to it. The 2.5K account. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at gold, perhaps, and dollar cat. Maybe we can take a look at dollar cat as well. All right. Eric Nguyen is asking, Victor, I'm a swing trader. Which kind of a challenge is is suitable to me? Well, we have Eric is referring to the three programs we have. One being boot camp, a three-phase program, a high stake being the two-step program, and the hyper growth. My friend, you can swing trade on all of them. There's nothing, you can hold them through the weekend, hold them overnight. You can there's no problem at all with all three of them. However, the hyper growth has a daily pause, and the high stake account has a max daily loss, and these two elements make it could be a limit to swing traders if they trade a certain size, because with the high stake account, this is something that should be known for everyone who's trading, who's taking swing trades on these accounts. At the beginning of the day, right? Even if let's say you are already days into a trade, and the trade is going your way, right? Maybe you risking 0.5%, or that's for simplicity's sake, say you're risking 1%, and you're going for 1 to 5, for example. and it's already 3 or 4% in profit. Okay, actually, let me make it a different example, because the max daily loss is 5%. Let's make it your risk 2, which is a lot, I know, but let's say your risk 2, and you're going to 1 to 5, so basically you're going for 10% on a swing trade, which is not too bad, by the way. And let's say it's already 3R in your way, meaning 3R, 3 times 2%, meaning you're 6% in profit on that account. And let's assume you probably have something like a break even put in and you're trailing your stop, but let's assume you didn't do any of that, and you have 6% of profit floating at the beginning of the day. That would be the starting point for the max daily drawdown calculation. That's 6% in profit. So that means you only have 5%. That's the max drawdown on the daily max drawdown. 5% of space, of drawdown allowed, even though you're 6% in profit. You understand? So that can be a little tricky, not necessarily for everyone, but if you're a swing trader and you're holding trades and you're holding a lot of profit floating, that could be something. So to answer your question, Eric, I would go for a bootcamp. Bootcamp is a wonderful challenge where there is no max daily loss. So that could be one idea. So let me double check. What else? No problem. No problem at all. That's why we're here. If you have anything else to ask, shoot, and I will try my best to, help you. Yes, that's exactly Heidken. How are you doing? I remember you. From our previous sessions. Heidken, the exactly. There's many application for the 2.5k account. I use them just to add more capital to what I manage, a capital that is outside of the limits of the the usual limit the Fifers has. But you could use it because it's a low entry fee. You can use it to testing or to just try out new things. So testing or ideas you already ready to put to the market, or just try out different things. I mean, it's only $12. It's not gonna make you go bankrupt, right? So it's okay. And Luis has the point right here. The 2.5k are good for people who don't have a lot of money. Yes, and it's a reality of life that a lot of parts of the world, that's the case for a lot of people, for millions of people. You might not imagine, but that's their reality. So and the Fifers is here for everyone, and in order to cater to them, we need to but it's also something good for us. Don't forget that. But in order to reach them, in order to give them the opportunity to go have funding, you need to go to 2.5, a lower entry fee level. All right, so we have the is the H4 did the H4 close as engulfing? Yes, it is. That is the. Now let's resume as the viewer said. Let's resume the strategy. All right, so the H4 has been created. It is now definitive. That happened like 9 minutes ago. Now we can look for the H2 was already there, is now being retested. This is the level you want to be looking for. Not trade impatiently and go in, without confirmation, without anything else. So now you have the 5 minute. Now you want to be looking, try out your price action reading skills to see if the market wants to reverse from here or not. How do you do that? Well, use anything you have in your toolbox that indicates that the buyers are taking over. That's the signal. Buyers are taking over, because there's no way that this reversal will succeed without buyers taking over. There's no way, right? Buyers need to come in and they need to push price higher. That's how it will work. So anything that indicates buyers taking over could be your confirmation, right? All right, so let's go back to the chat to see what we have. Unbiased trader, I bought two 2.5Ks for my son. Good, my friend. How are you doing, by the way, unbiased trader? Unbiased trader is another pillar of our shows on YouTube, as well as on Discord. I like unbiased trader. He's a very wise man. All right, so one for Christmas and one for New Year's gift. Awesome, I like that, unbiased trader. Good for your son. Good for you. All right. Let's take a look. There's one here. One person, Justin Gem G Body. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing your name correctly. The 2.5K accounts are super affordable. Yes, that's exactly the point. Super affordable, and that alone is amazing. As a Nigerian, our currency is pretty weak, and $12 is about Nigerian dollars, I suppose, or not sure what currency you use. 17,000, and it's affordable enough. Yes, Justin, thank you for pointing that out. That's exactly what we aim for at a Fiverr. It is for giving opportunity, right? Fiverr is about giving opportunity to traders all around the world, Nigeria, in India, in other places in South America, and even in developed world, right? Not everyone has, you know, a lot, right? So um, it is a very friendly price. Um, okay, let's take a look at gold, because I've been saying we will take a look at gold from some time now. Let me check here. Dark GF8 FM. Let's take a look. That is something for support. Thank you for your question, your remark. I do see it, and I have all the confidence that the support team will address your issue, professionally and in the shortest time possible. But please allow some time for them to do their job. You do want them to do. There's this message from Dark. There was some slippage on an account on BTC apparently, and it should be any time now according to this viewer. Please allow them the needed time to rectify this. Understand that sometimes it may take some time to to deal with it well, right? If it is something that is affected more than one trader, then you can understand that it will take some time for the company to rectify it. And rest assured, by the way, you're spamming. You're spamming, my friend. I understand you have a point, and it's not that you don't have a point, but spamming is not allowed. If you do that, you will risk being stopped, paused, or even banned from typing in the chat, not because of the issue, but because you need to behave, civilized, not spamming. All right. Dark, but my friend, fear not. The Fivers is not in business for 1 year now. We've been here from the beginning. It's the sole purpose or the sole reason why you should trade with the Fivers. It's because we're one of the pioneers of the industry. We're not going anywhere, and we aim to treat our traders, with the highest level of fairness possible. If there's something in the account, there was a price feed perhaps that I don't know what happened, right? So don't quote me on it. But if there, whereas there's technology, there can be things that go that works up optimal. And if there was a problem with the price feed, I can imagine perhaps something happened. The Fivers will do everything in their power to treat you in the most fair way, and come back to the chat and whenever this issue is resolved, and share with us when this has happened, because I have all the confidence that our team will treat you fairly and address your issue in the best possible manner. All right, let's continue. But by all means, do not spam. You will reach the spam police. Will will keep you outside of the chat. I don't want that. I want you with us, my friend. So please do not spam. Um, let's take a look at the chat. As the market is not really reacting, as you can see on the chart, are you? That's the next question I would ask myself. Right. Remember, the confirmation is the buyers need to be taking over on some relevant time frame. Maybe this one, some other time frame. That's up to you to figure out. When you look at price action, if you look at this candlestick that have been formed since it's touched this level, and I ask you the question: are the buyers taking over? Are they? Right? And that should be the question. If you can answer that question confidently, definitively with a strong yes, then you should go long. All the other times, you should just sit on the sideline and wait for the market to give you strong reasons to go into the trade. Right? It's not because the order block is there you need to go in blindly. Trading for me is not doing things blindly. It's knowing when and waiting for the market to confirm, and then you act. Nick, yes, my friend, you've seen it. The 2.5 account, the special account, and actually, you guys have an opportunity until the 2nd of January to buy this account. This very affordable account at $12, 2.5K. The starting balance isn't a lot. I understand. It's good though. I mean, for a lot of people, it's great to start off with. But it can scale. There is, if you have edge, consistent edge, it makes complete sense to buy it at a low price and just scale it up, right? Practice your patience, and just add it as a copier to your other. It's not going to cost you. You're not going to be trading the trade necessarily. I mean, if you have already a consistent edge, you probably already have enough accounts to trade and are already connected to some master account, copying to the other accounts, and this will be just another one you add to the copier, right? Let's be wise about it. So it's a no-brainer, as Nick has said. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Justin says the buyers are sleeping. Yes, that's correct, Justin. The market can be deceiving a lot of times. It can give you signals that are no, the offer is not permanent, Jake. The offer is until the 2nd. It's a special account because we had an event on the 22nd, I believe it was, a special year's end event. And only till the 2nd of January you can buy this account. Otherwise, this is not a normal offering from the fivers. Normal is 5, 10, 20, 60, and 100K accounts that can be bought. The 2.5 is something special for the season, right? Very affordable, and you can buy 2 of them, not just 1, 2. All right. So anyway, so coming back to Justin, yes, that's exactly right. The market is, maybe it can change in the future, but I mean, the catalyst already happened, which was the news. So it seems if the news was the highest, maybe there's something else happening on the geopolitical realm. Maybe conversations between U.S. and Ukraine and Russia, or maybe something else could happen that make price change. But so far, it's lackluster. It's they're sleeping. Buyers are definitely sleeping. They're not coming to the table and buying, and that's a reason for me not to enter at this moment, and then wait for the market to actually show aggression from buyer side. Not happening right now, and there's no reason for me to burn some R on something that's not there. I that's doesn't make sense to me. All right, so let's take a look at gold in the meantime. Let's take a look at gold. So we have on the higher time frames on the monthly. And how's the likes going? Let me know in the chat how the likes are going. Currently we have 84. You people can do better. Let's reach 100. I know it's on the 31st of December, so maybe a lot of people are doing other stuff, and rightfully so. But I still think we can reach 100. What do you guys say? 16 likes. We have about 40 minutes. That's what? That's like 2 minutes for. I mean, 2 minutes and some seconds per like. We can surely do that. A new like every 2 minutes and some seconds. On the higher time frames in the monthly, there isn't really anything to trade other than to see that the market has been very, very, very bullish. But there's no entry order block. There's no fresh order block on my side. On the weekly time frame, we have a strong reaction. Actually, this is important because I want to be seeing whether or not this level has gone. I want to see if it's able to close today below that level. That will be a line in the sand for everyone, buyers and sellers, on this asset to look whether the sellers, had the upper hand in these two candles, right? If they're able to close below this level, which is 4,338.52, then the market the market participant will understand that the sellers have come and have, at least in these two candles, have taken over, even if it's by a little bit. That can be an indication of future price action. Okay, so if it isn't able to close below that level by the end of the day, by end of the week, which is by the end of not the day actually, because we're not at the end of the day. So my apologies for that. I was treating it as at the end of the day time frame, but it's the weekly. So, but still, that level is going to be looked at for the whole week until the end of the week as a level of, if we're above it, it means that the buyers are still defending their turf. And even though they have, market has made a huge pullback, buyers are not signing off. They're not just yielding. And if it's able to close below, it means that the sellers have come in, and we'll have to see if there's a reason for follow through on the side of the sellers. All right, so that's the weekly. The structure that we are interested in is that structure. We're not there yet, so there's nothing really on the weekly to look at or to use for our trading. Let's go to the daily. We left a fresh order block right here. Might be something for the future. Who knows? There is there a structure here? Yes, there is. Oh yeah, I remember this. Actually, there were two, and the market reacted on the last one. Both of them were fresh at the time they were retested. So this is the area of interest, and not this one. Even though it was fresh and is still valid and everything, you want to be taking the one from the extremes, the one further away. So that area is at play. We had one retest. Actually, according to my plan, I'm not able to use the daily anymore. I can use it for my bias, for my expectations, but I cannot use it for my strategy. Why? Because the market, this is the second retest. Second retest are not part of my trade plan. I can trade them, but that's a different setup altogether. Okay, so that means that the daily, we understand that there is a daily demand zone here, even though it cannot give me signals. What else do we have? We have on the H4, we have a fresh order block. Let's take a look at that. Things are slowing and being compressed, so I'm gonna be taking a look here. This is still standing. This order block is still there. This one has been taken out. We have a bearish now one, bearish one here, and H4 right there. So we basically have a reason to go to look for a short from this level, perhaps into that level. That makes sense to me. But we are also, gold is trying to close as a bullish engulfing as well. So that could mean that we could be looking for a possible coming back, maybe into that area and moving out. So those are the two scenarios that we can see through the order blocks. Very simple, as you can see, very simplistic, but very powerful nonetheless. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I remember now. This is it is an outside bar, but you should not be using this outside bar. Why not? Because it's part of rollover, and rollover are known to print outside bars, but those are not, actual indication of market trapping traders, because that's what outside bars are, trapping them on both sides before showing its hand. So we should not be trading this outside bar. Nope. What we should do is wait for the market to close. So far we have an H4 order block. On the H2 we have also a fresh order block that is being tested right now. And it is fresh, and so it is tradable. So basically I'm looking for a short from that level. We can already start marking it with two horizontal lines to indicate the level. I'm not too keen on that level because there is no refinement, but it is it tradable? Let me check. It's about $31. Can we trade that? Actually it's too wide. Yep, it's too wide. So I will take this off. So according to my plan, I'll leave it. But according to my strategy, I'm not able to use this overlap. Okay, because it's too wide. I'll have to wait for something else to show me that price wants to go lower. And it can still work. So I will still mark it for you guys just in case. The 5. Do we have a 5 here? Right there, we have 1. I think it's too big of a structure. Let me double check. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys, if you think this is useful to you. And if you think it is not, hit the like button. I'm just kidding, but totally serious here. All right, so yeah, I think it's too big of a structure, so I can't use that. So there's on two accounts two different reasons I cannot use this structure setup yet to go short. But if the idea is to look for the reversal going back into the structure below the daily order block, at least maybe it will continue to go further, but I would be looking for that, understanding that this is a supply area and the market just wanted to tap it on its way to lower. Most likely, we don't know it's for sure, right? Maybe let's use some other time frames, some different time frame that I normally don't use, but see if it's helping us. It is not. Okay, so I'll just stick with what we have. The other thing you could do is look for quasis in here on the lower time frame. I wouldn't be able to do that because this level is too wide, right? So according to my trade plan, I should just sit on my hands and not do anything, and either wait for the setup to occur, and if it doesn't occur, then don't trade, or not trade, just decide not to trade at all. That's also okay. So that's it. That's gold for those who were interested in gold. So let me put it on the 5. We can leave it on the screen for a couple of minutes as we go to the chat. How's chat going? See how chatty the chat is. Scott is asking me, Victor, please, which industrial or which industry do you think will trend in 2026? Do you mean the equities, as in which sector will be? Do you mean that, or do you mean what theme? Right, what theme will be hot or popular in 2026? I think. No, I'm not an expert on this, so I think my opinion is not specifically or not anything special. But if you ask me for my opinion, I think the theme of um, AI is something that we're gonna be hearing from it for the next, not year, not even few years, but the next decade probably, right? In a good way, in a negative way, maybe overvalue, perhaps, maybe not there yet, or maybe it's going to be, have some breakthrough. I don't know exactly, but I think that will be the talk of the town, and not even only the talk of the town, but the talk of the decade, for the financial markets, because that has the potential to change, has so much potential. And with that, you could have sort of people getting, not managing their expectation and expecting things to happen now, while they might not be. The technology will take some time to develop and to mature into something, into whatever it is that is going to be maturing into. So I think that is AI. I think would be for certain, one of the themes for 2026. I have no expert insight on silver. I don't trade the fundamentals. I do read and I do understand, because of years reading, the fundamentals behind things, but I have no special expert insight. I'll be honest. I'm a price action trader, and that's what I stick to. I do read and I do understand the opportunities, and I try to use them as much as possible. But the main strategy that I share with you guys is purely price action. It has no input on the fundamentals at all to it. Okay, thank you for letting us know about the Chinese ban on silver exports starting tomorrow. I didn't know about that, to be fair. Okay. There's one question here by Jake. All right, so I have a question that the contest is going on. How are they making 20K, 40K per week? What strategy are they using for it? Jake, I have no idea. I have no insight. I'm not able to look at their strategies. So I will not be able to help you on that. Simple. Sorry about that. They're clearly taking huge risks. There's no other way to do that, and you can see that that's a matter of sort of selection bias, basically, or survival bias. If you take a lot, I don't know. I'm not saying that everyone here who is on high in the contest is this is the reason why they're there. Maybe they're up there because they have a strong edge and they're pushing their system to the limit. Maybe they're superb traders, and I hope they are. But what you do see as a regularly in these contests, not at the fivers only, but not only in trading, but with everything, other non-traded areas as well, is that if you have thousands and thousands of people doing something, you will always have a few that will, just by luck, by probabilities, that everything will line for them for a couple of days and maybe for the whole duration of the contest. And if they are oversizing, over leveraging, and they're over risking, most of them will, burn. They will blow up their account. But a few of them, right? That's just probability. A few of these people, even without edges, can have a lucky run and have super returns, but that's not the indication of edge necessarily. That's just indication of survive. That's a bias, actually. That's a survival bias. You're only watching those who were lucky and didn't get burned yet. You're not seeing all those 90 some percent which blew their account by over risking. But it's not, obviously it's not a way to trade, because that's not a way to that's not the way to trade. That's something else. um but that's so that could explain a lot of the traders on any ranking that are very high, especially if they're only there once and never again. If you have something who's there time over time and over again, then there's something they're doing. If they're able to do this consistently, then that's the indication that they actually have edge, and it's just not a lucky run while oversizing. Okay, but I wouldn't be able to help you with what strategy they're using. Let me take a look. Let's go back to same to you, Scott. Thank you for these nice wishes. I wish the same to you and for everyone watching. I hope this year brings a lot of good stuff, a lot of blessing, a lot of edge, consistency in your trading and in your life as a person. Thank you. All right. You mentioned, let's take a look. I lost my, which sector you meant, Scott? Yes, I think the, sector. Yeah, I have, I don't trade the equity, so I, I do trade S&P, and I do invest, obviously, but I don't, I'm not too big on sector rotation and all of that. I think because of AI is likely to be the theme in 2026 again, that you could see technology overperforming. That's my guess. Yeah. But there's heightened risk because there's a lot of the expectation is running quite high, and you can see it in the valuation they're, in some opinion, right, according to some people, it's over, it's overpriced. So we could have some correction, but still, I think that is the theme, right? It's not based on hot air. It's actually, it does have a reason for it. I still think, I strongly believe it is to be to the next, the next technological leap that we're going to be making, that we are already making. So there's no way, there's no other direction. It is that. The only thing is, the expectation needs to be managed. Otherwise, we could have some we could get overheated and get some nasty correction in the process while going up long term. Okay. Heineken bought a 2K account just in case. Yes, actually, Heineken, there you can buy two. Oh, you buy the second. Okay, you buy the second one. You already have one. Awesome. I like that. Good. Remember, everyone, you only have till the 2nd of January. It's a special opportunity. After the 2nd, it's gone. You don't have the chance to scale that account to 500K. No, it's take a long time, I know. But I'm not in a hurry. Are you? The world is not going to end anytime soon. So buy your 2K, 2.5K account. And if it takes you a couple of, 2 years or so to get to a huge amount, you'll be glad you did it. By amount, I mean scale it up to, let's say, a high capital, a high, like 100K or something like that. Zara, of course, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Hey. No problem, Davidi. I appreciate you watching just as everyone else's attention. I'm very appreciative of that. This year, we have seen the Fiverr's YouTube live trading room grow. We were at, if I'm not mistaken, at around 25K subscribers. And we have grown into almost 100K. I think the level right now is at 93.4. It's a little bit too ambitious to expect that to be reached by 100K, to expect it to be reached in the next 20 minutes before the end of the show. Clearly, that's not going to happen. But let's count our blessings. We have almost quadrupled our subscribers base. I mean, what a year. We've had many events where we had a very great reception, tens of thousands of accounts being bought, and people being educated with all the resources and education we have been giving out. I think and we're only starting. You haven't seen you don't know, not everything is out there in the public. What the Fiverr is preparing for its traders and potential traders in the futures. There's a lot in store for you. I mean, you're in as a trader, as a viewer, you are in a very special position. The traders 5 years ago, and certainly 10 years ago, didn't have, which is, a whole industry, a whole company in the Fiverr, in the case of the Fiverr, the industry giving you opportunity, right? Funding opportunity. We didn't have that. It started around 10 years ago, but you didn't have that before, right? Where you, with only, $50, $100, sometimes even $12, you can get your foot in the trading industry and trade your way up without having own capital. You didn't have that. You have that now, and you have a company, the Fiverr, is offering all this education. Go look at the educational section of our website, the video on demand, as well as on the YouTube channel. We have the video section, so not a live one. You will have plenty of places of videos, of strategies, of advices, and all the information we give in these live trading room. That is such a plethora of information and valuable insights, actionable insights that you can use to improve your trading. That's such a blessing from the perspective of the trader. We didn't have that before. So I hope you guys realize that, because you are in a very privileged position. And the Fiverr is doing and will keep on doing this work, and more. There's more coming up for you. The fact that I'm here and we have a team of hosts is exactly because of that intention of the Fiverr. They're deliberately putting together teams of traders who are profitable, that are consistent, and it's, some are, bigger traders than others. That's fine. It doesn't matter, as long as every one of these hosts have something to share, something that they can edify the viewers with. All right, so let's take a look at all right, this is the last 17 minutes of this stream. This will be the last stream of this year, since it's the December 31st. It's my pleasure. It's my honor. It is my privilege to be here in the last hours of our stream with you guys. So please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make this last session be let's go the end of this into 2026 with a bang, and have a like an outside bar kind of a expression for the traders among us, which is basically everyone in here. Okay, all right. Let's take a look at what shall we look into. All right, so gold is still pushing forward. into this supply area that is not, is not a tradable area to me, right? This area is not tradable to me. I need to wait for the H1 to show something that makes sense to me. To me, it's not tradable because it's too wide, and I'll wait for the H1 to share sellers coming in and taking over, and then coming back to retest that area. Maybe something like so that could happen in 2 hours, and then I would look for the retest and then for the move down. If that happens, it looks that it might not happen. Buyers are still firmly in control, so let's take a look at that. In the meantime, let me check something on my side of things and my position here. TP, I had a short on EU. Let me double check. It's not part of my main strategy. That's why I didn't share it. But let me check on EU what we have. So we have the overlapping of the 4 and the 1 hour. We had the 5 minute entry order block here, and it did react, and it didn't really react. It just acknowledged that there is a demand zone there on the 5 minute, right? You can see how it moved with this rate of decline, and for some candles it went sideways. You see that it went sideways for just a couple of candles. Since this is using a magnet, let me put it something like this, right? So you had a sideways movement, and that sideways movement was all the reaction we got from the order block. The order block is now definitively taken out. So I'm going to move it to the side, but I'm going to leave it there so you know that it was there. We didn't have a reaction, and that's why we didn't trade it. So now we're coming to the next. We can take this line as well off because the H4 is already created. You can take a line to see how the reaction is going to be on that on the 5 minute, right? Looking at the 1 minute, but it's the 5 minute that we need to be looking for signals. So price is pushing down, pushing forward on this downtrend or this down move on EU, and we're going to be looking at how the reaction is from the market when it reaches that level. And market is quite slow, I must say. We had some red carpet folder news coming out, and yes, we did have a big, relatively big candle compared to, let me see, it is this one, yes, relatively bigger than the rest, but still only a 10 pip move on the 5 minute candle, which is how many times it's ATR? It's 2.5. It's ATR, which is nice. A big move, a big impulse, influx of volume, but not really. The market is not really doing a lot, to be fair. So let's wait and see. We still have 12 minutes to go. Let's see how the market is reacting to those levels. In the meantime, let's take a look at dollar CAD. What do you guys say? Let's take a look at dollar CAD. No problem, my friend. The Black Fox, no problem at all. I'm not able. Oh yeah, BTC. Yes, let's take a look at BTC as well. Why not? But before we do so, I'm gonna show you guys why I think dollar CAD is is giving us some great opportunities. I see this move where we have a impulsive move. Let me use the other tool on the monthly time frame, right? Remember, the market is fractal, right? It creates these order blocks. Let me just to give you an example. You can use the same concept, the same things on the higher time frame as well as in the lower time frame, right? It creates the order block. This is what creates the order block, that move. See that? Leaves the order block behind. What does it do? Comes back, retests it, and moves away. You could target this high as the first level, but it actually goes even higher, all the way up there, right? And it keeps doing that all the time. Another example, creates the order block, comes back to retest it, moves away. Beautiful. Another example, you have one here, creates the order block like so, and actually this is the immediate retest, and that already is a valid move you could use. It comes back to the retest, to the order block, and moves away. Now as it has the actual first retest, so I'm looking for the possibility of this order block, which is still fresh, being retested and moving away. And if it's moving away, this makes a lot of sense in multiple reasons, right? So this is a move that I would like to catch. Let me put it that way. I don't know if I'm able to. That's about 600 pips on the dollar CAD. Even if I just catch a bit of it, a piece of it, a quarter, I'd be happy, right? Because we're talking about what, 150 pips. Plenty of pips to go around, right? So we have the monthly. This is the order block that should be used. So that's the monthly reason to look for look for alignment all the way, a monster alignment. We have a quasi. That's the other reason. All right, so this is the quasi going all the way up. That's the quasi, comes back to retest the lower order block, the last one. And we are basically retesting that level, perhaps to go to the next level. Okay. Why that level? Well, there is an outside bar here, and I want to be above it. I'm going to be before it, front run it. All right. So we have the weekly showing some great areas. This level has been taken out, so that's out. That's invalidated. We still have this order block where the price could react from. Let's go into some on this pair. Let's go to some recent price action, not looking at the quasi we just indicated, but looking at the other quasi we have, which is giving us the same level, right? There's another quasi here as well, and it's indicating the same level on the weekly time frame. So plenty of reasons to look for a long from this area. It's a wide area. It is from this area to here, right? So it's quite wide. So you have to be patient with the market as it is retesting that level. And on the daily time frame, do we have a reason? Yes, we do. That's the head, that's the neckline, that's the left shoulder, and that gives us 3 entry order block. The first one was not reacted upon. You see, market did not react, move it away. Second one, the market did have an initial reaction, but eventually did not hold, right? They may or may not have triggered you in the lower time frames, but those two are gone. So the only structure we have is in the daily time frame below us. That's one area that I would want to be waiting for price to come back to. It's about 60 pip of an area, so still quite wide, obviously because that's on the daily time frame. But you can look for the reaction in the price action as we get into it. However, we are already seeing moving. Let me take these out. Already seeing some bullish structures being created here. And actually, did we retest it? Yes, we did. We did retest that here. That's the fresh daily order block. So the daily order block below us is an entry order block on the quasi, but this is a fresh order block, right? So it's not related to the quasi, just a fresh order block indicating, and the market is doing it. Look at that. That's the creation of the order block and is coming back to it as it moves out, or perhaps it will be something deeper, and from there we can have a reaction. Let's take this for the lower time frame. You can see how the fractal nature, as we zoom into the lower time frames, I keep applying the same kind of structures. We have one area here and another one on the H1. So I'm interested in the H4 because that's the next level after the daily. So this is the level that I want to be looking for. Let me mark this again. Yep, that's still the level that I want to be looking for. Actually, there is a level here. It has been expanded. All right, so the level has expanded. We'll have to adjust this. All right, so the level has expanded. Now it's a much wider level. and this is the area that I'm interested in. Let's go to the H2. There is an H2 here. Now this is interesting. Let me do this carefully for you guys and for myself. So we have an H2 here that doesn't have overlap, another H2 here that does have overlap. So let's mark this, and it is valid to be used. So that changes things a little bit. So that means that my area, I have two areas right now that could be used. That's one, and this is the other. So this is one, and that little thing is based on H1. Is the H1 still valid? So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So basically the H4 is gone. Okay, so that level is no longer here. I don't trade it. All right, so we only have one level, and now it's not as tight as before, but it's still, I mean, a good level to be looking for an entry. Let me double check that I invalidated the H1 correctly. So we have 1, 2, 3. Actually, so there's no reason for me to, no, so my apologies. Let me go back a couple of clicks. That area is still there. There's no need to invalidate it. All right, so this is a further refinement of the current level. You could move it to there. It's the more selective. So you have two areas that on this asset. So this is one, and this is another one. Both of them are equally good. One is wider than the other one, and this one doesn't have H4, so that's the one that I'm not too keen on trading. Not too keen. I'm not going to be trading it unless it gets the H4 alignment later on. So those are the two levels that I'm going to be watching. Not the order block here, even though it looks great. I'm not going to be trading that going forward. Well, let's look at that. And let's put an alert there. And another alert here. Okay? I want to know about it when price reaches these levels. Right? I'll go. Price is not there yet, so that's something maybe for 2026, the early first few sessions where we can get a long position. The long would be from here, putting the stop below the level, and then initially targeting only the top of the structure. But eventually the idea is that if it breaks this, you could start looking for the next daily structure, which would be this. And depending on how the higher time frame signal, you could be targeting the weekly structure next, which is already at that point, and then eventually you can go for the monthly structure. It takes a long time, a lot of patience, but this is the ultimate trade. May or may not happen from that level, we don't know, but that's the idea, to look for that possibility to be moving this much higher. I personally would like it to reach the daily level below, because that's a quasi, not a fresh order block, but sometimes it just needs the fresh order block to change direction and start going, and eventually the market starts transitioning on the daily level and then on the weekly level without reaching those, whatever level that you thought it would need to move to change. But that's the interesting part on dollar CAD. Likely, I think the move will come from much lower, but who knows? If it comes from here, then I will be already in it if it triggers and the market confirms. All right, so let's take a look at gold before we close this last 2 minutes. It's almost like a countdown, the end of the year, like we're on Madison Square Garden for the countdown, right? The let's see, the gold. Let's go to the last few minutes. Gold is the same. so far, coming back to these levels, but there's nothing here. This level isn't even on my radar to be traded because of it's too wide, and the market is just really not doing much. On EU, let's take a look. We did have a little bit of a reaction on that one. It's not of a reaction, not really. It went through it on the H1. On the 5-minute, it's still valid, but it's looking weak. Last 6 minutes, and that's not buyers. That's not buyers coming in, showing appetite at all, right? That's nothing. So it still looks like the market is not interested in a reversal. Maybe that can change later, and we can have that, or we will go to the lower level. We'll have to do the same. Be patient, read price action, and maybe it will move and react from it. And if not, then might need to just accept that the market is going lower. Perhaps we'll come back for that push and going much lower. We'll see. All right, that is our session for today. I'm gonna check the chat before we leave. How long is my trade? Sissel Steenerson. It depends, because I don't have a fixed period, but my holding time is the average, which doesn't really say a lot because the range is quite wide. My holding time on my main strategy is about 4 hours. But it's really doesn't really tell the whole story, because I'm looking always to upgrade the trade to the next level depending on price action, and if it does so, I could be holding it for days. And but yet, if there's nothing else, just the quasi that is active, I might just target the next level. Next level could be 30 minutes to reach there. So as you can see, it's dependent on price action. I can't really put I have stats and metrics on the average and so on, but it's quite wide. So if it helps you, 4 hours is an average, but it can be as little as 20 minutes and as long as a couple of days, sometimes even weeks. Hopefully weeks, because that means that I'm in a huge trade. Crypto, yes. I will not be able to do it in the 30 seconds or so we still have left, but we can see in the market that the market is going straight to the next entry order block. So it's going to be interesting. But yes, I do share my strategy from in detail, breaking down order blocks, quasi, and so forth, on many occasions. Actually, every time I'm here, I'm sharing a little bit of it. But keep on coming, Kryptonite. I would say keep on visiting our stream, asking the questions, joining the Discord, and I'm sure, since I'm generous about the strategy, you'll be able to get all the exposure you want from the strategy and trade it and mold it to your liking as well. All right, Luis. Thank you, Luis. Thanks for Luis says thanks for another great year with the Fivers. Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year to you as well, Luis. Happy New Year to you as well. All right, so I think thank you all for your best wishes. I see that in the chat. This is the end of 2025 live trading room. Last session, last few seconds. I would like to thank everyone for this opportunity that you are allowing us, you're permitting us to reach you. I would like to extend my word of gratitude on behalf of the Fivers for reaching out to you, for joining our community on the YouTube as well as on Discord, and embarking this journey with us. Getting more people, more traders to be consistent, profitable, and giving them the funding to do so. I wish you all a very consistent 2026. Lots of profit, edge, and growing opportunity Take care. See you next year. Bye bye.